we're live.
Yeah, I think we're live.
Should we just dive right in?
No. I don't even know what number the show is.
655.
Oh, that's
Put
easy
it on
to
the
remember.
thing. Yeah.
I haven't looked at the thing yet.
Well, look at the
When have
thing.
I got time to do that?
You got all the time. Well, maybe you don't, but...
I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, how about that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. There you go.
There you go,
Should we just start? How about we just start? I'm ready to start.
Oh, we can do. I think Chinny's making a lot of chewy noises over there.
Too bad,
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
I'm also going to be making chewy noises, except it's with a chicken burger.
Chicken burger?
Welcome yo to the veteran game.
Not real chicken.
Obviously.
Fake chicken, yeah. I mean, I might have given up being a veggie, but I didn't.
Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
That's suspicious.
It's the veteran gamers.
That's suspicious.
It's the veteran gamers.
That's weird.
Veteran gamers.
That's
It's
suspicious.
the veteran gamers.
Hello? Hello? Stop saying hello!
Derek,
Switch that
sounds like a great
console
guy.
off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Perfectly level flying is the supreme challenge of the scale model pilot.
Hello and welcome to episode 655 of the Veteran Gamers podcast.
Yeah, 655. What up, people? I'm Duke Scath.
I'm Stu Fowler.
And I'm Mike Chin. And I think
And
this
we
is the
are-
longest my beard has ever been.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Ooh, it's a very lovely beard.
Pretty
We
long,
like
that.
it. It's a sexy, sexy beard.
Sexy beard.
We are not military veterans, people. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle. That's what the veteran means in veteran gaming.
It does. It does.
We
Can I just say?
would cower in a war situation.
I would
Can
not
I
cower.
just-
What are you talking about? I would
Yeah.
be running away.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cowering.
Can I just say,
No,
Chinny's...
cowering is hiding in one spot. Running away means hoofing it in the back. That's me.
I would
Guys,
cower.
Stu, what do you
I would
wanna just
cower
say?
in a moving vehicle. Does that count?
There you go.
What I was going to say is Chinny is generally sexy with or without the beard.
Well, that's
Just
true.
say.
I'm sexy and I know it.
That's
Exactly.
Chinny singing. in that
I
song.
don't agree. Because
Do you not?
without a beard, I look weird.
Oh, that
I guess we
right.
haven't seen you without a beard in a while. You have
Because-
a picture of yourself without a beard you can put on the stream?
I have, but I burnt them all.
So you don't
Not
have any.
surprised.
No.
What
look,
about, do you have like a Snapchat filter you can just show us what
probably
it would
is.
look like?
Probably is. But without a beard, people go, ugh. And I say, that's
What happened to the bottom of your face?
that's my face. And they're just like, oh, it's gross.
That is weird.
Cover
Without
it
a
up,
beard.
because I don't have a jaw. I suppose I look really young, and every time I've clean shaven, I've regretted it instantly. It's like, oh no, what have I done?
And you can't just instantly undo it. You have to wait.
But at the same time, you only have to wait. Like for me, you only have to wait like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it starts to look fine again.
2 months.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
Well,
sorry, are
really,
you
so
making a
really
joke
well.
about not having to
Oh,
grow a beard?
All right,
Says
all
the
right,
man
all
that
right. Never
can't
mind
grow a
about any of
beard.
that.
Oh,
You guys ready for this? You want
whatever.
something? Here we go. You ready?
Are we going there? Are we really going there?
Wait, no, we're not. We're going somewhere else. You know why?
All right. Okay.
Because perhaps you would like to know why I bought a Switch.
Oh, what?
Have I got a story for you?
What? Bayonetta 3,
My
baby.
favorite time.
Bayonetta
It's
3.
story
That's why.
story time.
No, it's not Bayonetta 3.
Of course
So-
not. Of course not.
Here we go. Shortly after our last episode, I was playing Battlefield 4
Yes.
and having fun.
Uh-huh.
And then the computer just kind of blinked off.
Boink.
And I thought, that's not good. But you know what? It's actually happened a few times before on rare occasions. Sometimes I wonder if it's connected to the weather. I'm like, all right, whatever. Just restart. Everything was fine. Continue playing. No worries.
Mhm.
Next day, weather was different. It wasn't really raining that previous day, but it was a little misty. Anyway, next day, it was hot. So I was like, all right, well, the weather, it's not raining, so whatever. It happened when I was playing something else. I don't remember what it was, but the game just quit out. Then I switched over to Dinkum because I feel like that game's pretty well optimized, and the whole computer froze. And I was like, what's going on? And I was like, you know what? Maybe it's because it's too hot now. So I went in and I opened up the PC and I cleaned all the fans and everything. And I didn't realize that there was a fan filter on the bottom of the unit where the PSU, the power supply, had been sending, air. So there was some gunk on that. So I cleaned that off. I'm like, all right, you're good now, Marge, right? My PC is named Marge after Marge Simpson.
Of course it is.
I should get her a big blue hairdo on top. So anyway, it still it froze another time that day. So I was like, all right, maybe I need to cool off the whole area, because when you do searches for these things, it's always like, check your temperatures. I started thinking about water cooling. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
So then have you got Dragon Sensor installed so you can actually monitor your temperatures and stuff?
Oh, I've got, it's not Dragon Sensor. It's called, I don't remember what it's called. Show Hide. Core Temp. That's the program.
So what was that saying? Was it saying it was hot?
It wasn't saying it was too hot. It was saying like 60, 65 at peak usage, which isn't terrible.
That's just normal.
It is pretty much normal. But then I was like, you know what? It can't hurt to cool the ambient area down. So I got a fan and pointed it right at the PC. And I'm like, let's see if that helps. It did not help. Yeah. It did not help. Then the next day, I started getting blue screens of death.
Oh, there's something more serious we fear than just hot temperatures.
Correct.
Oh, dear.
So I start looking, and the blue screen, for those who don't know, when you have a PC, it blinks off the whole system. And so you get this blue screen, and back in the day, it was just filled with all this code, and you were like, I don't know what's going on. Now there's a QR code that you can scan when it happens. And but I didn't want to scan QR codes. I want to take a screenshot of the screen. I could take a picture with my phone. So that's what I did. And so I got the error messages the 2 times it happened that day. And I'm searching for it. And, there's all sorts of things. They're like, it could be a driver. So I look on the graphics card driver, and I have the latest one. They're talking about it could be this, it could be that, check this INI file and not check this. And
it's an absolute nightmare, isn't it?
So eventually the next day I was like, you know what? I'll just take it easy, and I'll play I played Minecraft and for some reason it never happened with Rocket League. So I was like, all right, I'll just play Rocket League and Minecraft, and it was cool. The next day I was like, let me try Dinkum again. Nope. Busted out.
Oh dear.
More blue screens of death. And I was like, you know what? Look, I can't fit. This is beyond my pay grade. This is beyond my level of understanding. And I'm privileged enough. I'm just going to take it somewhere. There's a shop. Well, okay. Before I get to the shop I actually took it to, I looked up the shop that I had bought my previous motherboard from when the one I ordered online was faulty. That place, it's listed open 9 a.m. So I was like, cool. It was 10:30 at that point. So I go to the shop. The shop is closed.
Oh.
So I'm like, what the fuck? And I get closer to it, and it says for lease. I'm like, oh, it's not just closed today. It's closed.
It's closed. Permanently closed. Oh my God.
So I'm like, oh God, what are my options? Well, Best Buy has this Geek Squad place. I don't want to go there.
Geek Squad.
So then I was like, I did a search on my phone for PC repair. And there's all these places that do IT support for businesses, but that's not an ordinary schmuck with a PC built himself.
No, that's not what you want.
Right. So I finally found a place called Milwaukee PC, and I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, it's named Milwaukee PC because the first one was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is 2 hours east of where I am. But there's one, in Madison. I'm like, okay, cool. So I call them up and I go, hey, I got a PC, it's malfunctioning, blue screen of death. How long would it take you to diagnose it? The guy is like, it'll be about 24 hours. I'm like, cool. I'm going to come to you and bring it to you. He's like, fine. See you soon. Goodbye. Okay, click. Go to the location, and I can't find it. It's in this mini mall, and I'm looking around. Like, what? Huh? What? Army recruiting place, dollar store, what the what? So I call him back, and I'm like, hey, I'm in the parking lot. I don't see your location. Where is it? And he goes, well, we're right here in downtown Economawalk. And I was like, Economawalk?
That's not a real place.
Madison store. And he's like, no, we don't have a location in Madison. I'm like, God damn,
where the hell's Economawalk?
Where's Economawalk?
It's a town an hour away.
Oh my God, an hour?
I know, right?
Jesus
what is
Christ.
going on? So I go to, there was a place that is right down the block from where we used to live called Remachines. And Remachines is the bomb diggity. They're great.
Why
Most
did
of
you
the
go
time.
there first?
Because it's farther away.
All right. Not as far as a Canama walk, though.
Not as far as a Economo walk, no. So I go to so I call Read Machines and I go, hey, how long would it take for you to diagnose my PC? Not that I have a lot of choice, but I'm just curious. And the guy goes, well, normally it would be 24 hours, but right now, actually, it was the lady tech who picked up. Her name is Val. She's amazing. So she goes, normally it would be 24. It would be 24 hours. But right now we're really busy, like uncharacteristically busy. So it's going to be 48 hours, but I've actually been telling some people it might be 72 hours. And I'm like, you know what? That sucks, but I don't really have a choice at this point because I don't want to go to Best Buy. So,
Yeah,
okay,
it is what it
I'll
is.
see you soon. Right. But here's the thing.
Oh.
The place where that other repair shop was supposed to be is right next to the communist game shop.
Oh, God.
So on my way to Read Machines, I'm like, I'm not going to have my PC for 3 days. What am I going to do for games, you know? And then it occurred to me, wait a minute.
Hang on a sec.
You know what? Rocket League is free to play on the Switch. So if I were to get a Switch, then maybe I can play some Rocket League. So I stop off at the communist game shop to see what they have. Just curious about prices. I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just curious to see what they have. I go in, it's $150 for a used Switch Lite. And I'm like, okay, first of all, it's all handheld. Because I know
You
a real
can't plug
Switch.
it in the telly, man.
Right. A real Switch, you plug it in the telly.
I
I've
have
got an
no
actual
idea
games
that I'm
console.
playing this.
I'm like, I
Piano.
don't know. That's a lot of money, and I don't really want to play it. I don't want to play on a hand. So when I go to my car, and I'm about to start the car up, and I'm like, no, I should just do it. Because I'm curious to see what else is on the Switch as well. And it's, you know, how long do we live? Like, you know, live a little. So I go back in, and I'm like, look, can I just try one out? And she's like,
If you're listening on the live stream, they don't know that I have a piano, so please don't react to it. But they can't hear it. Okay, be cool. It's our little joke.
For you, to be fair.
well, but that's the thing. There's no plugs out in the customer area. So she's plugging it in back there. And I'm like, and if it's dead, which it was, then it's not just a matter of plugging it in. It has to actually warm the battery up a little
They
bit.
do lose the charge pretty quick if you don't use them.
Right. So meanwhile, they apparently, because nobody's buying DVDs anymore, which is a lot of what the communist game shop, you know, did for business, they're now selling these vinyl pop figurines. You know what I'm talking about, with the big heads and the squishy. Yeah. So they've got they've got like hundreds and hundreds of those. So while I'm waiting for this Switch to charge, I'm just browsing those, and I'm like, these are cute, but who the hell is buying this shit?
Funko Pops.
Right. They've got every name of franchise. They've got it.
Stranger Things, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they've got all the Stranger
Marvel.
Things, Game of Thrones, Star Wars, Marvel, you name it.
They've got pretty
and
much
like,
everything.
not just like Luke Skywalker.
Horror films like
they've got Jason, Freddy. They've got
Freddy.
They've got Luke Skywalker, like Tatooine Luke, Dagobah Luke, you know, one hand Luke. I'm just like, dude, give me a break. Cool hand.
Cool
Luke.
hand Luke.
It's ridiculous. So, but they also had one from Pee-wee's Playhouse, and the Duchess is a huge fan of Pee-wee's Playhouse. So I actually got her the Cherry and Terry, the pterodactyl, and the chair, the happy chair on Pee-wee's Playhouse. So it was a good. Anyway, eventually the woman goes, look, this thing is not charging at all, so why don't I just open a different one? And I'm like, well, I hate to put you out. She's like, it's no problem at all. So they start another one up. It starts right up. She hands it to me. I'm like, and it's, you know, what language do you want to use? Like, all this. I'm like, what am I even looking for? You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Wow. So she went to all that trouble and you went, fuck it, and just give it me. Fuck that
Pretty much,
shit.
yeah.
I don't even want to bother anymore. Just give me the
I kind of just wanted to see how it felt in my hands and like what the screen looked like, and it looked good and it felt okay. So I'm like, whatever. And I
So
don't
is
know
this
if you
still
can
the
tell.
light? Is it? This is the light one.
This
not
is
the
the light,
proper-
and it's not
okay.
just any light. It is the Animal Crossing design
Yeah, I saw that.
Switch
I saw
light.
that.
So
I
it's
saw
got
that it
little
was some
designs
sort
of
of
Animal
design.
Crossing.
Dude,
Right.
do you
But
get?
of course, I'm not thinking about getting a game while I'm there because I'll just get Rocket League.
Dude,
Drop off the PC.
I forgot, I'm
the
muted
dude who
on
checks
Zoom.
me in is like, I know how it feels because I said this is my gaming PC. I built it, and I was like petting it. I'm like, you know, oh my poor baby, she's sick, and he's
Yeah,
like,
poor
oh
baby.
man,
I'm just
I
gonna
have a
talk to the
gaming
stream
PC
today.
that I built. I know how it feels. I'm sorry this happened
Fuck
to you.
'em.
I'm like, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
So Duke,
he copies
Duke,
down my-
Duke,
Yes.
can
yes.
you can you plug that into the
I
into
know
the
what you-
TV?
No, we just
The
been
Switch
through
Lite? No. This is handheld only. It's
Okay.
like a DS. Right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Cool.
the guy takes my information,
They can't hear the beats.
and he's like, yeah, we'll give you a call. Should be a couple of days. I'm like, all right, great. So I come home. Sorry, I shouldn't have taken a bite of my burger.
No, you shouldn't
No.
in the middle of your
Yeah,
long
well.
story.
No, that was a stupid idea.
Can I just say, if I was telling this story, I'd be getting told off by now. Just
Except
saying.
that I'm including information every time.
I'd be getting
I didn't
told
take
off
no, I didn't
big
take
time.
5 minutes to describe driving
know.
to the first place.
I don't know. You did talk about going to a place that you went to the wrong place.
No, I went to a place that doesn't exist anymore.
Well, no. You went to,
Anyway.
no, but then you went to a
Bored.
place that was in the wrong place.
Keep dragging it out, Stu. This is great. This is smart.
Anakawak.
This is your ego talking. Anyway, but it's okay because my ego's talking too.
Exactly.
So I get the Switch home and I'm playing it, and so I play some Rocket League on the Switch. It's dead easy to find. Do a search, free, relatively small install, and I start it up. And it's such a different experience playing on the Switch. I don't know if anybody, I mean, Antonio said he has, but the only reason I tune in, SLH says, is to listen to all the masticating. You're welcome. Mastication.
You know, say that carefully.
Anyway, right. When you play on the Switch, first of all, you're staring down.
So I see if I
Right?
can make
When
a
I
beat
play
stream.
Rocket
I'm
League
talking to
on the
stream.
PC, my posture
You're looking
decent.
up. You're looking
I'm
up.
looking up
I'm
at a
fairly new to this
screen
beat
that
making,
doesn't
so-
move. When I'm playing on this thing,
I'm just ignoring them now, so whatever.
when you play Rocket League, you're moving the screen. So after like 10 minutes, I realize I'm sitting like this and like, and like I can't see the screen very well. And I'm just like, And of course, look, the other thing is when you hold it, and I have to move so you can see how my hands are. When you hold it, one of the thumbsticks is up here, top left, right? The other one is more bottom right.
That is
So in
correct.
order to have, and you have to be using the thumb buttons as well.
Yeah.
So in order to be having my hands in these spots, I have to have my pinky finger.
Damn.
Can I put it? This
This is great
finger
for the
needs-
listeners.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
this
watching
pinky finger
this.
needs to be here to support the bottom
Wow.
of the machine.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have to have it there. So I'm holding it up with my pinky, and
Wow.
I'm looking down. It's so different. And I suck. When I first started, I was so bad. I was like, oh my God, is this how everyone feels?
So
when they start
can you
Rocket League?
carry over your like?
No.
Oh.
Now I should say, but hold on a second. First of all, I might have been able to because they are like connect your Steam or connect your Epic account. But then I was like, I have to go find my Epic login and all that stuff. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. Besides, if I had connected that account, my ranking would have plummeted like a brick.
it's probably a bad idea. Can I ask you another question? Right.
Yes.
On a screen that small, can you still double jump? Just wondered.
This is so shit.
You can, but it's harder
Wow.
because you have to hold it up with your pinky at the same time.
Just wanted to know, just for a better
Yeah.
check.
Yeah. But here's the thing. Look, so
Go.
according to the game on this Switch, I've never played before, right?
Yeah.
So they dump you in a lobby with people who have also just started playing the game because they put me in this casual game and it was ridiculous. Like people kept like whiffing, like the ball was not moving and they drove toward it and like, "Ugh," and then they missed. And I was just like, wow, what's going on here? I thought I sucked when I was doing my little practice, warm-up session. It was so much fun because even though I was doing horribly according to me, I was crushing it with all these noobs and like scoring goals and doing backflips. Like, yeah, bow down before me. What?
Oh, jeez. I bet his ego nearly burst out of the top of his head.
Yeah. So we'll come back to the Switch in a little bit. There's more to the PC story.
Oh, there's more. This is only half the story.
2 days go by. And by the way, the other thing I did was I was jonesing for poker and Twitch, or the Switch. All the poker games you have to buy them, and I was like, forget. Actually, there's one free one, but it's a big download, and the standard card on here has very little memory. So it was like, we can't download this; it's too big. I was like, I'm not going to get an SD card. Screw
Yeah,
it.
you have to have an SD card. That's a
No.
prerequisite with a Switch.
Nope, not gonna happen.
How are you going
So
to
here's-
install Bayonetta 3 without an SD card, man? You're going to get that on there.
not gonna play that. Anyway, here, but so then I started playing Governor of Poker 3 on my phone.
Oh
which
my god.
it's built for mobile, but it's really tiny. And I was like, how do I raise? Like, I can't see anything. So anyway, 2 days go by.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard anything. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Something I've been working on recently. This is not related to gaming, but you know, it's connected to this story. I'm trying to be more assertive in retail situations. I'm the type of person who, and I know this is going to be hard for people to believe, but it's true. If I go to a restaurant and they fuck up my order, my response is like, it's fine, I'll eat it, it's cool, no worries.
What about if they brought you a massive steak?
They did that. I went to a Mexican
And you
place
ate
and
it?
I ordered 3
Oh my God.
enchiladas and I said, solamente, no, actually didn't. I was thought about saying it in Spanish, but I was like, I'll look weird. So instead I just said cheese only, no meat, only cheese. And in a lot of Mexican places, they'll do that. But in this place, I don't know if he didn't understand me or if I wasn't being clear or what, but he brought me the standard enchilada dish, which is chicken, pork, and
I
ground
don't know
beef.
if this
And
is
I
the
was
same
like,
story.
Nice.
Damn.
I haven't been listening.
But
I've been
here's the
busy
thing,
making
and this
beats.
is probably true about a lot of vegetarians, you know, just ask them if they're honest. That's actually a treat, because then it's like, oh man, if I send this back, they're gonna throw it away. I guess I have to eat some meat now.
Oh my
Dang it.
god, no.
I know,
no,
it's
dude,
terrible.
That's not how this works.
Wait a minute, but you work in a kitchen. If someone
do.
sent back meat, what would happen to it? You wouldn't throw it away?
Yeah, but the vegetarian wouldn't eat it. There's a woman who's a vegan at work, and she won't even have anything cooked in the fryer that's had fish in it.
Okay,
You know, she
that's
won't even
fine.
have chips
Some people,
out of the same fryer.
Some people are really strident. But how about this? If somebody had a steak that was coming back in the kitchen and you said, we're going to throw this away if nobody wants it, would she let it be thrown away?
Yes, she wouldn't eat it. She wouldn't go,
See,
oh
this is
yeah,
the thing.
I'm going to
But-
chomp down on
okay.
that bit of meat that I've not eaten for 20 years.
But here's the thing, look, and maybe she does it for health reasons or whatever, but here's my point.
No, she does it for her principles.
Okay, fine, then ask this principle. If I'm a cow and you've cut
Yeah.
my body up and then grilled
Yeah.
it on a
Okay.
grill, what would I rather have people do? Eat my
not too
flesh
bad.
or
I
throw
think-
me in the trash?
I'll
I'd
be
rather
honest.
people eat my flesh.
I think most cows wouldn't want to be cut up, if I'm being
Well,
totally
I
honest.
think you're missing the point, Stu. Anyway, the point is, I'm trying to be more assertive, okay? So now,
Yeah, you
if
should have
they
gone,
get more
fuck me, I'm
wrong-
not eating that. I'm a vegetarian. Give me some vegetables.
Yeah, that's great. A gringo in a Mexican restaurant. Excuse me, I'm a vegetarian. I'm gonna eat this, please.
Wow, no.
Anyway,
Shit, they put your order up, man.
I know they did, and I'm working on making it clear that I'm not happy when that happens. So here's the point. Calling up, I just wanted to check in with the repair shop. I was like, okay, look, let me just call up. And so I call up, and instead of the dude who checked me in, I get the tech lady, Bao. And so I said, hey, I'm just calling to see what status my PC's in. I know you're real busy. I'm not trying to be annoying. I'm just curious to know where we're at. And she goes, oh, you're the one with the problems with the desktop icons? And I was like, what? No. So I give her the order number and I explain, what the computer looks like. And she goes, hang on a second. And she comes back like a minute later. She goes, oh, that was in the hall. It wasn't even in the workflow list. And I'm like, God
figure
damn.
it out.
It's a good thing I called. Mother.
I'd have just been like,
I literally have no
what
idea what they're
have you
talking
been
about.
doing?
But wait,
Jesus.
it gets more interesting. So she says, I'm really sorry about that. I'm going to expedite it. I'll look at it by the end of the day today. I'll call you first thing tomorrow with some
Promise.
diagnostics and let you know what's going on. I was like, yeah, because she's on the ball. It was the dude who checked me in. He was a little, whatever, out there. So he just messed up. Okay. And it turns out, I found out later, he put my phone number in wrong. So I'm like, ah! But because I called her to check up on it, she had my number in the work phone. So that worked out. Okay, so the next day she calls early and she says, hey, just want to let you know I'm working on your system. It's, going to be a little while. I'm doing sort of tests and stuff, but I noticed that your boot drive, the C drive, is really full and that can often cause problems. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, so one thing you should do is delete stuff off that drive. And I was like, okay, you can delete it if you want. She's like, we're not authorized to delete things for users. We're not deleting anything, but you should delete stuff when you can. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate this XMP protocol or something. It's a thing that happens when people game sometimes, but it looks like yours is not active, but that can help with things. And then I was like, okay, fine, that's cool, do whatever.
This all
And
sounds
she's
a bit
like,
wishy-washy to me, Duke. I'm only saying.
she's not. She's being honest about how hard it is to figure out exactly what's causing these problems. So she's like, I'm going to run some diagnostic tests over the course of the day. Some of them take a while, so I'm going to do some other programs. I'll call you back soon. Whatever. Okay, fine. 2 o'clock rolls around on Friday, right? They're not open Saturday or Sunday. At 2 o'clock, I call back and I'm like, hey, what's up with the PC? And she goes, hey, I'm glad you called because I didn't have your number. And this is how he figured out he wrote the number down wrong. So, she says, all right, I'm making progress on some of the tests, but you know, it looks like it could be a driver situation, could be this, could be that. But it could also be something wrong with your RAM. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Like if it's, and I'm thinking here at this point, like, I just want this done. Like if it's RAM, could you just replace my RAM? I was like, do y'all sell RAM? If it's bad RAM, could you just put new RAM in? And she's like, we might have some. And this is where I should explain
Might
that.
have some.
Well, here's the thing.
Everyone sticks a RAM. Good God.
This is a shop where like when you walk in, the whole place is just filled with old monitors and like people dropping off their ancient printers, and like they're called remachines because a lot of what they do is refigure and refurbish.
Resell,
right, older
whatever.
tech.
Yeah.
So they don't ever know what they have at any given time. And they do a lot of business on eBay with used stuff. So like their inventory is constantly in flux.
Your
anyway,
PC stripped and sold by now,
so
probably.
she goes, I know, I'm trying to keep it short, y'all. In the chat, everyone's like, this is going longer than a stew story time. And I know
This
she's
is
probably
fucking
pretty
double
bored.
a stew story time.
Triple. But I'm almost done. Don't worry. I'm almost done. So she goes, let me check. You have 8 gigs. All right, I'll call you back. And I hang up and I'm like, 8 gigs? And then I go look back on my emails on my phone from when I built it.
And you had 16.
I had 16, correct.
So was one not seated properly, or
So I call back and I go, hey, let's just let you know, I have 16. And she goes, yeah, it looks like one of them's not seated correctly.
Yeah,
Like you said, it happens. When was this PC open? It was open in January of 2019, which means for 3.5 years, I've been functioning this PC with only half the RAM that I had paid for. And I never noticed it. What is wrong with me?
It might be possible, though, that it was, and it's gradually with vibration worked itself out.
Oh, that's not what happened. I'm an idiot. That's nice of you to say, but come on.
You haven't clicked it in properly, had you?
I hadn't clicked it in and I never noticed. I at no point did I go, how much RAM do I have? Or if I looked at it at some point, which I probably did, it never occurred to me like,
It happens.
Anyway, okay, so wrapping up here. She calls back, or I call back and I go, hey, I have 16 RAM. She is seated RAM, blah, 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 blah. And she goes, okay, look, here's what's up. I'm not going to be able to finish all these tests by the end of the day today. So I'll just, finish it up on Monday and we'll get it back to you on Monday. And I'm like, no PC on the weekend, no. And then I'm like, okay, look, we have 3 things that we know have been adjusted. We fixed the RAM. She activated the XMP protocol or whatever. And I need to delete stuff off my hard drive. So I called her back and I said, look, I'm going to come get it. Let me delete stuff off the hard drive. Let's see if the stuff you did works. If it's still busting on me, I'll bring it back on Monday. So I went and got it. They only charged me for an hour of work, which was really nice because they clearly did more than an hour of work. But it was $80 an hour. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to, because I was originally like, no, you should charge me for 2 hours if they try to, and I was like, no, $80, that's plenty of money. And it's been working perfectly, and everything is great on it! Yay! Happy ending!
I think it was probably a RAM problem. I think if it was a half in, half out, it probably caused some
Who knows
issues.
what it is? I can't believe that for 3.5 years.
No, it's
you
only
can double
like me,
jump on
dude.
Rocket League? Here, I get 16 RAM? Woohoo!
I did exactly.
I doubled my RAM just like that.
I did exactly the same thing, kind of, because when I had to put my new motherboard in, I'd never fully clipped in the cooler for the CPU. I'd half pushed it.
That can be a big problem.
Yeah, not fully done it, but I mean, it'd been fine, luckily. But yeah, I hadn't done it, and I didn't realise you had to push it all the way around, so I'd only done it halfway.
So what caused you to realize that it was not...
Well, when I took it off, because I had to obviously remove it all to put the new motherboard on, and then...
Oh, right, to do the...
And then when I looked at it, I'm like, that's not right. And then I looked and I was watching someone attach one, and I'm like, oh, look a minute, I didn't do that.
Yeah, right. Well, that's the thing, is that, like, I feel like the $80 is worth it just to have someone who knows what they're doing actually put their eyeballs on my machine.
You know what,
never happened. I had gotten help from Dan and Rich and people on Discord and whatnot, but... you know, and shout out to Rich Webster, by the way, because, you know, as soon as I start getting blue screens of death, I'm like, crap, what might this be? And I sent him messages on Twitter, like private messages, but it was ridiculous because it was, you know, he was busy doing stuff, I guess. So the messages were, I'm getting blue screen of death. Here's the first screenshot. Here's another screen. It just happened again. Oh my God, what do you think it might be? This website says it's this. This is blah, 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 blah. Never mind, I'm taking it into the shop. So when he saw all that, he must have been like, oh my God, leave me alone. And then I'm taking it. Okay, fine. Like, it was this drama in, you know, a series of DMs.
I think, do you know what though, dude? This is some good advice here for everyone listening, right? Failure is a good thing. Because every time you fail, you learn from it, don't you? And
hopefully, yeah.
Because next time I know, if I'm doing a CPU cooler, I've got to put the clip on properly. You know.
Sure. And I know to get that RAM in. Oh, sure, absolutely.
You've got to give it a good shove.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, every failure is a learning, you know, thing. So it's not a bad thing. The more worrying
So that's the crazy story about my PC.
The more worrying thing in this Duke, is that you can't do without gaming for 3 days and have to buy yourself a Switch.
We knew that long ago. That's not something we learned this weekend. That's been... I didn't even mention that I bought an uninterruptible power supply because I thought that might be the problem. So now I have one of those attached to my PC as well. So if the power ever goes out, I'm good for 2 days.
Wow.
Or not 2 days, like 4 hours.
You're so
like
funny. Yeah. You are funny. Anyway, that's nothing to do with video games.
Fascinating.
Oh, it is to do with video games. It's just not directly.
Not directly.
Where are you going? Story time's over.
Yeah, it is.
Are we ready for what we've been playing?
Oh, yeah,
else have a story
we're
as well?
ready.
Okay.
We are so ready.
What you been playing?
Sorry. I just had to tell that story. And usually I don't have stories to tell. So the fact that I took all the story time this week makes up for the last month when I haven't.
Well, that's kind of like 5 years worth of stories in one go, in my opinion.
There you go. Chinny, what were you going to say?
I've got a confession.
Oh God!
Ooh,
now
confession.
what?
All right, I thought I could take a break and eat some sandwich, but nope. Oh God,
what's he done this time? I'm so worried. I'm always worried. What have you been doing?
He didn't listen to any of that story. That's the thing.
No, he probably didn't. I don't blame him.
That's true because I was too busy playing this.
Wow, Chinny bought new tech as well.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Is that a Roland 303?
Oh my God! He's finally got one. A MIDI keyboard. Nice.
What is it? What is it?
MIDI keyboard.
So it's a MIDI
I know
keyboard.
it's a MIDI keyboard. I want to know which model.
It's a MPK Mini Play.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm impressed. God, it's taking your time. You've been thinking about this for a long time.
I have had this in my
to-do list.
In my
it's almost like your to-do
just
list.
in my like basket, my Amazon basket for ages.
That is so funny.
My mic keeps drooping. So
wait a minute. Have you been playing shit while Duke's been talking?
yeah, that's why in the chat everybody's going like,
playing
"Hey,
music right there, Chinny? Because we can't hear it.
no, I know you can't hear it, but like in the chat it's like House of the Rising Sun or The Entertainer, please, or this song's got Mass Effect vibes. Because I was making a beat. You can't hear it now, but I just thought I'd make it in a beat. So I just made
Play
this beat.
something so I can hear it through here.
You can't. Like I can't.
Oh my God! Put it up to your microphone.
But you could.
Oh,
But no, you
can't
did it through the video stream though.
I can do it for the video stream, yeah.
Yeah, well, I will unmute it.
So.
Oh no, because then we'll get echo.
Well, you know.
sorts of shit.
So that's going on in the background.
Okay.
Well, then I won't
So
do it, but that's really
you
funny,
have-
Chinny.
So let me just get this straight. We had musical accompaniment to Duke's story all the time, all the way
Yeah,
through.
so I wasn't really listening to you. I was.
That's okay. I'm not hurt.
That is
I wasn't
awesome. I will
necessarily
listen to
telling
it
the
back
story
now.
for you.
I don't know whether I can hear the story twice, but I would just want to hear the music still.
You won't be able to hear the music in the show because it'll just only be on the live stream. So.
Oh, so we want.
Well, we can go back and watch the live stream then.
Go back and watch the live stream.
I'll have to do that. Oh my God.
I can't figure out a way to put it through
Yeah, through the
Zoom.
stream. Yeah.
There is a way.
There must be a way
I
because
can't
you
be
can
bothered
play
to-
stuff when you're doing a Zoom meeting. Oh, here's a video for you to watch, but there's no
Yeah.
sound.
Well,
Sorry
that's a
about
lot
that.
of teachers when Zoom teaching first started. Oh, how do you do this? All right, we're supposed to be talking about video games
video
here.
games.
Who's want to start? I just got done talking.
I think
a
we
lot,
should
so.
start jointly, Chinny, because we've been cleaning shit, haven't we? Together.
Ooh.
Yes. We
Dirty
play.
each other.
I'm gonna put
stuff.
this away. I'm gonna put this fucking thing away because I
Put it
can't be
away.
trusted with it.
You can't concentrate.
Honestly,
You don't want to be multitasking.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's just for people that want to know. It's an MPK AKI professional mini play. It comes with software. I forgot how much it was, but it was.
You care. You've got plenty of money, man.
I got money for days, Stu. I don't
Pulls
care.
out your ass when you're
Just-
walking along, man. You've got
Okay.
that much money.
Anyway, shit. Duke's playing the Switch, so
Not really.
how much was it? I
pretending
think
to.
it wasn't like ridiculous. It wasn't like-
Crazy. It wasn't crazy.
it wasn't ridiculous, but it was, a lot. But I've just always wanted one, and I don't know why, but I bit the bullet this week.
I know you've talked about it a lot.
a lot. £104. So
that's all
I
right.
also have a MIDI keyboard,
yeah,
but this is an E Keys Junior. It was like
Right.
$40. So.
yeah. So this comes with like.
Oh my god, he has as well. There
This
you go.
comes with they call it a DAW, so a DAW. I forgot what it stands for. It's like a digital
audio workstation.
workstation. There
Yeah.
you go. And it comes with all sorts of like lo-fi,
layering, man.
chill
Take a
beats
layer.
and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. So in the background, while you was talking, I actually made a little beat, and it was pretty good.
Nice.
There you go. Well, I've got a kazoo.
I'll be the judge of that. Stu's got a kazoo.
We get a
I've got a
kazoo.
kazoo and a juice harp. There you go.
So yes, we've been playing video games. Haven't
Yeah,
we?
we've been playing video games together.
Finally, after 75 minutes, we're going to talk about
Oh,
video
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Right, that's the end of the show, people. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for
Um,
listening.
So yeah, Chinny and I had a gaming night on Tuesday.
Yeah.
We played a couple of games, but the first of those was Power Wash Simulator because Chinny's like, "You're gonna play this with me? It's amazing."
Yeah.
Stuff was dirty. Just
It was
saying.
absolute
Oh,
filth, wasn't it?
Filth. It was filth, man. I got in all to like nooks and crannies. I got my hose out. I was squirting everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pure filth. It was.
Dirty filth.
It was. It's very satisfying. I've got to say. When you get to that hard to reach area with your hose, it's very satisfying.
Yeah.
It is.
Was the filth kind of like in the Bible? It says, "I will cast abominable filth upon you, make you vile, and make you a spectacle."
It's pretty much that's what it's like. That's what happens to these places you have to clean. It's like
Nahum
someone's gone in there.
3:6. By the way, that's the quote that starts the movie Nope, which we saw this last night.
Oh,
was
is it
awesome.
good? No.
It's really good. Big thumbs up.
But yeah, it's like someone's dropped a huge shit bomb on everything. So as soon as you walk in, wherever you're cleaning,
Yeah.
it is filthy. It is covered.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely pure
Disgusting.
filth.
So we tried to play
pure
co-op,
filth.
didn't we, Stu? So well,
Did.
first of all, before we go into that, how did you find the game? How did you what stood out for you? What did you like?
I thought it was. Do you know what I like about it? It's a bit like Mr. Muscle. It is just no nonsense.
Yeah.
There's no fiddliness. There's no like, ooh, you've got to level up your stuff. Oh, you can only have this hose to begin with because like you're a fucking amateur. It just gives you the full caboodle, and then you just add on soap and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like with Lawnmower Simulator, and I do like that game. It's all about getting the next lawnmower, or you know what I mean,
Yeah.
upgrading all your
You
equipment.
can do that. To be fair, you can upgrade.
You can, but it's not a big deal, is
You
it?
can-
You can clean shit with the first set
with
of
the
stuff you
basic shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
No
point of
problem.
information: is this stream that we're looking at your game?
This is
or
me.
Something you found
Oh, is it?
online.
This is me right.
This is you.
This is me right now.
Ah,
Oh, I was gonna say,
gonna
because if
say,
you're
this
playing
is-
this for real, why are you just wandering around spraying anything at random? Finish a wall, God damn it!
yeah.
I
I
finished
must
this
admit, I
wall.
was more.
Honestly,
I was more
this is. I've been
meticulous.
playing this game so much that this is the first level where I've gone. I'm just gonna walk around spraying stuff like this, and then like see what happens.
Because that's giving me heartburn.
I know, because then I got to this section. I was like, I've got to clean all this section though.
At least write your name or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did all the fences. We did the gardening, and I did all the fences.
You was fence guy, wasn't
I was
you?
on fence duty. And it's
Yeah.
satisfying, it's seeing it slowly uncover. You see, what I'd like at this point is you like clean this wall and there's a big cock on it or something. That'd be quite fun.
Are there any problems getting together? Like,
Oh yes.
Oh, that was the biggest issue.
Oh
Really.
yes.
Okay.
What a correct question that is.
Yeah, we had a lot of problems. Not at the beginning. It was later on, wasn't it, when we started having issues?
Yeah, it was fine at the beginning. So we did like
Yeah.
co-op story, and then Pete, Blast from the Past, Pete hasn't. I don't think he listens to the show anymore, but bless him, still love the guy. He says, "Why are you playing this when the new Forza DLC is out?" And we're like, "Who cares about Forza?" And he was like, "I'll be on immediately." So he joined us, and
Nice.
then so we did that.
I like that artwork.
I
Chinny,
know,
by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. So.
Sorry, audio listeners, you don't get to know what it says.
For the audio
It's
listeners,
like,
you'll never find out what I just wrote on the wall. But if
Never
you use
find
your
out.
imagination, you could probably figure it
Or
out
you could just look on the YouTube stream.
on the YouTube stream.
afterwards.
There you go.
So yes, so Pete joined us. So you can't do co-op. There's sort of, I know. This is in brackets the story mode in
42 minutes in, by the way.
excellent. You can't do that with more than 2 players. So you have to play these like bonus levels. So we joined a bonus level, and the first one we did was the Mars rover. Well, it wasn't rover, it's Curiosity, isn't it? That I think.
Curiosity.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was
Whatever
kind
it
of
is,
fun,
it killed the cat.
though.
But
were
we
on
did
Mars.
that, and
We're on Mars.
we're on Mars, and we're doing that, and that was fun. There was a little.
And there were aliens.
There were aliens, yeah. I was going to
There were
say
aliens,
Easter egg for the people that hadn't played it, but you just went out and said aliens.
There were aliens.
So we did that. That was all fine. Everything's fine. Then we joined one, and it was a mini golf course.
Oh, and that's when the
and-
shit started going
And that's
wrong.
when shit started going wrong
Yeah,
because I kept on dropping, and then I was like, oh, maybe it's because I'm like I for some reason, by coincidence, I'd run out of hard drive space. Like my Xbox was downloading stuff in the background, and
Is
it was
it possible that some of your RAM wasn't seated correctly?
Well, I'm a little bit of an expert on RAM, and I don't know if you know this, Dick. I'm a bit of an expert on RAM. It's like when I have RAM, I know how much I have, and I just it's just basic stuff that I know.
Ooh, Mister, I know how much I have.
So I was only half listening to that story, so I think I got the gist right to insult you.
Yeah,
but
you did get the gist right. That was completely right.
cool. So yeah, so I thought, oh, maybe it's that. Maybe it's because the hard drive's like full or whatever. So I sort of paused all the downloads, deleted some games that I don't play, and then it was still happening. And then we was like, well, let's try and change the level. So maybe it's the level. And then I was fine, wasn't I, Stu? I was
You
fine.
were fine, and then IP started getting kicked
IP
out.
started getting kicked out.
Jeez.
So I think basically, if you're the
Didn't
host,
like it.
you're okay. But if you're one of the joinees, then you're fucked. And then
Has this company made multiplayer games before?
No idea.
I don't know. Shall we have a
Curious
quick
to know
look
what
on
they've made.
who?
You can have a look. I'll have a
they
look on
are.
Steam.
But more thoughts, Stu. What did you think? I mean, this type of
I had
game
fun.
is very controversial because I said I've lost my life. I don't like it anymore. I want to kill myself, but I keep playing it. So, what do you think of it?
Yeah, I'm not that bad, to be fair, but I liked it. I thought it was good. Like I said, what I liked the best was just no nonsense. And it's like a first-person shooter for people, who don't like simulation games, is what I think.
So for the record, it's a company called Future Lab.
Future Lab. Yeah, I just saw that.
They have made
they
quite
made
a
a
few
few
games, and a bunch of them look like they are meant to be played with other people.
Oh, they did PC
oh.
Building Simulator.
Velocity,
Ah.
Coconut Dodge, Fuel, Chiracas. They also had a game called Peaky Blinders Mastermind.
So, Peaky Blinders is a TV show in the UK.
Yes.
It is.
And yeah, it's a puzzle
It's a
adventure
puzzle
game.
adventure game.
So like that's not multiplayer, but Tiny Tracks and Mini Mech Mayhem, these seem like they're designed to be multiplayer. So they have some practice with multiplayer stuff. What do y'all
It
doing?
could have just been some weird network thing. I don't know. It
I'm
was a
not
bit
sure.
weird.
I'm not sure.
Don't know.
Not sure
But it was
what
good fun.
went
We
on.
had fun, and we cleaned stuff, and we were, you've got to get the 100% clean, haven't
Oh,
you? That's the
you've got to
trouble
get
with
it.
this
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can't
Absolutely.
leave at 99%.
No.
Got to be a full on 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was good though. It was good. So much so that this week I'm going to do some real power washing outside because I've been meaning to do my block paving at the back of the house for a while, and this is giving me the kind of impetus to do it.
Yeah.
Do you own a power washer? Are you gonna rent
I
one?
do own a power washer. Yeah, I use it every year on my
Wow.
dicking. You got to get the dick clean.
So weird that like, I mean, whatever. Like, I own a lawnmower, and I can see myself playing Lawnmower Simulator. I could be planting actual crops outside, but I'd rather play Dinkum. It's just the satisfaction that comes with power washing. I would imagine doing it for real would be really nice.
The trouble with doing it for real, though, is you get absolutely fucking soaked.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And
You
also,
get
it's not
covered- and
like your garden isn't this fucking filthy, is it?
No,
I
it
mean,
isn't.
Hey,
no,
speak for
and-
yourself. You've never seen my
Yeah.
garden.
Yeah.
And you get covered.
But it
in
does say
shit.
Stu is a twat on the. Oh, damn it! I gave it away.
Oh no.
It's weird. I didn't even. The guy who lived here before us wrote it up there. I didn't imagine which was.
Do you know what? Do you know what I think is amazing about this game as well? Can I just say they are not afraid to make a level that'll take you well over an hour to complete.
Takes you fucking ages.
Ages.
Oh, they
They're not
wanna
like,
give you a
They're
challenge,
not like,
yeah.
oh, here's a little thing for you to do. It's like I was just watching the what I've linked to in the show notes. I assumed you'd be showing our stream, so
No.
whatever. It's a whole subway station.
Wow.
A
Yeah.
full-on subway
Intense.
station.
I saw that
It's
on Reddit.
enormous.
I saw somebody on Reddit.
Subway stations usually aren't very dirty though. That's
No,
not
this
very
one's
realistic.
fucking filthy.
It's. I mean,
I was joking.
honestly,
every
through-
subway station in the United States is covered in filth and
Yeah.
slime.
I saw it on Reddit today. Somebody had cleaned exactly half of that substation.
Nice.
And then,
It's
I don't-
massive.
But like honestly, if you watch the video that me and Stu put out, it's just us going, "Oh, this is so
So
fucking,
fucking
filthy."
dirty.
You know?
It would be funny if you got done with this and then they said, "All right, here's your next challenge. My son's Maxbox car is very dirty. You need
Yeah.
to clean this."
Yeah.
There is literally, I think there's, from what I remember, like I was reading up on it, I think there's about 56 levels.
Jesus Christ.
There's a lot
of
of
levels.
levels in this game. They put a lot of
Alright.
effort in. There's
Yeah.
a lot of effort.
Well, I feel a little bit better because I've just googled the game to find out who the developer was, and like the game's got like 10 out of 10s, 9 out
yeah.
of 10s.
People love it.
So it's this sort of like zen, relaxing. It's, I suppose the same reason why we've talked about Duke about why you play games sometimes is like just to relax and no
Yeah,
threat,
sure.
no.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
Night
so I
Sky.
do feel a little bit better about playing it because I'm
If
just
it
listening
feels
to
like Goat Simulator, I
podcasts.
can see this love like ebbing very quickly.
But look, I'm listening to a podcast. I'm playing this game. There's no stress.
Yeah,
No.
sure. There's
You
no
can-
time
you're not,
limit. There's
look,
no.
you're not being distracted even.
Yeah, and
You're
it's
chitter-chatting away like, it's fine.
It's fine.
absolutely fine.
I could play
Well, this
this
is like-
whole game while podcasting, and it wouldn't. It's not. It doesn't even distract you that much. Like you can just talk.
Yeah,
and,
right. Well, you don't have to
Yeah.
think about anything. You just aim and spray.
Yeah.
See, that's a bit like puzzling
I can totally see myself
places.
getting this when it's cheaper. I'm not
Yeah.
buying this full price, but
Puzzling places on VR's a bit like this for me, where you're just doing 3D jigsaws.
Oh, the 3D jugs. That's the VR
Yes.
one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's just great. If you like jigsaws, they are so cool.
But that requires thinking. This doesn't.
It
really
does require a bit of thinking. Yeah, it's not as.
I think you're
but it's
missing the
still
point
very
here,
zen.
Stu. I don't want to think.
It's still
but
pretty
not that
zen.
much thinking. I mean,
No, it's
Well-
just finding the right piece to put in.
it's like Minesweeper or something. It's like
Yeah.
do it while you're on the phone.
And what's cool is when you put certain pieces in, you get sound effects to go with it, so it gives you a bit of ambience.
I'm trying to help you out here, Stu. You're not making a good case for
It's
yourself.
so good. No,
you
honestly,
get
I
sound
love it.
effects when you put the pieces
No,
in.
no, it's like, for instance, like there's one
Stop
of the
it!
levels.
It's a jigsaw
listen.
puzzle game.
No,
Stop
listen,
trying to get
one
us.
of the levels I did, right? It had fairy lights because it was set at Christmas. And when you hold it up to your ear, you can hear the electricity buzzing through them. It's just
Like
weird.
anybody f***ing gives
No,
a
but
shit.
it's just that
All right,
attention
stop
to
talking about another
detail.
game that you played weeks ago and just.
Attention to detail, people.
No one gives a shit.
Anyway, that's enough about power washing. Duke, what did you actually play anything after all the shit?
I
that went down?
I did. In addition to
I
Rocket
did, I
League,
did,
which,
I
by the
did.
way,
I did.
I made
did,
it back
did.
up to like Platinum 1, so I was figuring my way out before the real thing came back. And my first game back on the real thing, I was like, oh god, it's so nice. I played 2 other games on the Switch.
Okay.
I wanted to play like 4 other games, but the ones I wanted to play were too big. They wouldn't download. So
No, you need an SD card. Keep telling me.
I'm not getting an SD card. I'm probably gonna sell this in like a week, but whatever.
Yeah, you probably are.
How long did I have my Wii U?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, but I do want to play Animal Crossing. So when I can find Animal Crossing cheap, I might give that a shot.
Never happening.
We'll see.
You never get.
Anyway.
That's true. Like Nintendo won't drop their prices, so it'll
Never.
never
No,
be
I know,
cheap.
but I might find it at the Communist Game Shop cheap.
Yeah, it'll
Maybe.
still be about $40.
I think Stu's
I
right.
know.
Stu's right.
I know. But if I can sell it back after playing it, whatever, we'll see. But there is a game that I was able to play called Cover Fire Offline Shooter.
Wow.
Because I was just going through the free games and just like, what's free?
It's a
Oh, and
whole
by the
new
way-
library of free shit games that Duke can
It
play.
is. Stu's
Well,
gonna love all
no,
this.
it's a third of that library because most of them are too big. I don't have an SD card. And by the way, making my Mii was actually the most fun I had on the Switch, which is really saying something. But I made the Mii, and you can choose what pose it's in. So I did mine where I'm like laying back. I'm like, yeah. I guess you can't see it because the mic. Yeah. So every time I scored a goal in Rocket League, it was me like, yeah. Anyway, Cover Fire Offline Shooter, which is the full title.
Wow.
Is exactly what it says. This was made for either the Switch or mobile or something.
It looks like a
it's-
mobile game.
It's on rails to the extreme. Every mission is like 2 minutes long, and all you're doing is ducking down and then popping up and firing. Duck down, pop up, and fire. Eventually, you unlock, and it's all like, designed to really excite your dopamine sectors because you finish a mission that's 2 minutes long, and it's like, choose your cards for rewards, and it, lightning bolts, and it's just $10 in fake money for the game or something. You have to buy, new guns and stuff. You unlock a sniper, you unlock a dude with a rocket launcher, and those are pretty cool because you're sniping and, rocket launching. You can't hurt civilians if you want perfect score on the, how many stars out of 5 or whatever it is, like Angry Birds or something.
Yeah.
The one thing that it does, I thought was very interesting, I did not expect, is in the same way as, what is it?
Sniper Elite.
Elite, yeah. When you fire your last shot to kill the last dude on the level, it zooms into the bullet and the cutaway of the gun, and then you don't get to see it go through the dude's ball bag, but you do get to see it like knock him off the overpass or whatever. So that's kind of neat. I quickly got to the point where it was like, okay, you did all these missions, now you need to unlock more stuff in order to drive the difficulty down. But in order to do that, I would need to wait 24 hours or give them money. And I was like, well, that's obviously not happening. So I just uninstalled.
Nice.
Do you know?
And I moved on to my other game. Go ahead.
Can I just say, I've just had a look at the developer of this. These make a lot of shovel work.
Well, of course, yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't think you'll find a lot of AAA developers offering free small games on the Switch.
Like,
Anyway,
with gems, can I just say, like, Gummy Bear Aqua Park or
Gummy
Ninja
Bear-
Dash Run?
Gummy Bear Aqua
Power Wash
Whoa.
Simulator developers made a Peaky Blinders game, so let's just be careful with
Hey,
what
Peaky
we're.
Blinders is really well regarded in the UK, so you better be careful.
Yeah,
what
but
you're
not the
saying there.
game,
The
is
games.
it?
Well, it might.
The
It's
game's
got
probably
over.
all-
It's got very positive on the reviews, by the way.
Anyway, that's because people play it because they love the show, and they're like, it doesn't matter how bad the game. It's like Game of Thrones, the RPG. Did y'all ever play that?
No.
No.
How
Game
many
of Thrones, the RPG
How
is
many film or
shit.
TV tie-in games get terrible reviews because they're fucking terrible?
Not Game of Thrones. That got good reviews, but it's shit.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Never played it.
The other game I played is called Vigor,
All right, okay.
and it bills itself as like a rebuilding post-apocalyptic shooter game. No, it's a battle royale. That's all it is. It's just battle royale. And battle royale does not work very well on the Switch, or at least not when I played it, because I was sneaking around trying to find stuff after I had, spawned on the map or whatever. And this dude showed up, and I was like, how do you shoot? And I was trying to shoot him, and he just did one shot, took me out, and it was done. And I was like, God damn. So I didn't play that very long because I didn't realize it was a battle royale game. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Vigor, apparently it's on like the PlayStation and Xbox. Like this is on other formats.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, they're a dime a dozen.
It's worth every penny I paid. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's not great.
Ian
But
says
if you want a free battle royale game, maybe this will be good for you.
Ian said he deleted it after 5 minutes because it was dull.
PUBG's free.
Yeah, well.
PUBG's free.
Yeah, PUBG's free. So why
Yeah,
would you
but
get this?
PUBG's
pile of-
wonky as hell. This game at least is
Crap.
not wonky.
This is not wonky. I bet it's well wonky.
It wasn't wonky when I played it.
Eh,
Not in the way that PUBG is.
wow. Anyway,
that's my Switch adventures.
Yeah,
or
let's see
Switch
what else.
ventures.
What a good
else,
start you
Chinny?
have had with the Switch.
Yeah. What else have you been playing, Chinny? Because I noticed we've both played a game.
Well, the reason why I started playing this game, and the game is As Dusk Falls, by the way.
It is.
The reason why I started playing this game is because I knew you fucking would.
I know.
And rather get you going, oh, this game's amazing. This game. I was like, let's get like my opinion in here because we all
Can
know
we
Some
just-
real
my
Can I
opinion
just
is
start?
better.
prejudiced insight.
Can I just start by saying this game's amazing?
Chinny, do you agree with that?
So shall we explain what it is? It's
Yeah, it's a
Please
bit
do.
weird to begin with. Gotta say, it takes a little bit of getting used to.
yeah.
But once you sort of been playing it for a bit, right? We should say why, because it's just the weirdest animation.
Well, it's it's Walking Dead formula, isn't it? It's an
this
adventure game. Choose your
format
it's like
is.
choose your own adventure game, story based, Walking Dead like
Yeah.
game.
But
right?
it's not Telltale, is it?
But the unique
No,
thing
no.
about it is its style. So its style is it's got 3D rendered world, so it's all 3D rendered.
Yep.
However, the characters in are all 2D images, and they move they're not animated in any way. It's just one image next to the other, sort of like a webcomic.
Yeah.
And
But what's
it's
weird is
very well
external
drawn.
External stuff's fully animated.
Yeah, so you'll see
Like
in
the
a sec
car
on the
movement
video here, like
or-
they have a car crash at the start of the game. Spoilers, and they I'm gonna turn bloody power wash off. So they're still, and it's just images. It's like a collage of images. But when you see the car crash, the car is fully 3D rendered. So it's this mix of, because the hardest thing to make when you're making a game based on story is people moving, because people recognize how subtle all the animations are. And the biggest jankiest thing about The Walking Dead was the people animation. So they found it. Why don't we pick an art style which doesn't take a bunch of resources for us to? It's still well drawn. It still looks okay.
Do you know what's great though?
But, like, it's quick.
Facial expressions are brilliant because.
Well,
they've
I
got
imagine,
full
Stu,
facial
these are real people.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So I imagine these are real people. These are reference photos.
Yeah.
And then they sort of just they put a filter on them.
A bit almost like a rotoscope type.
I imagine it's a filter, to be honest, that they sort of touch up, because it would be a lot quicker. This to me seems like a solution to a problem that the Walking Dead developers had, which was they can't knock it out quick enough. They can't make these games quick enough. So this developer, I don't know who made this game, but this developer has gone,
Wow.
How can we make a art style which allows us to knock these games really quick?
Let me enlighten you, Chinny, because this is made by a new company called Interior Night.
Interior Night.
Yes,
I've just
it
clicked
Now,
on
they're headed up by a lady called Caroline Marshall, who's the
Now, where did Caroline Marshall work before starting Interior Night?
She worked on. She was the lead game designer for Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls.
Oh dear.
So that's where she's come from. But this is a whole other level of storytelling and like voice acting. It's really well written. I could have easily watched this as a series on Netflix, no problem.
So just to throw in some other things as well, what the game does. So the game also lets you play on your phone. So you can sort of download the app.
Up to 8 players.
And you can also have local sort of multiplayer, so everybody in the room could play it, and you vote on a decision. Or you can do broadcast mode, which means everybody can watch it with you on a stream, and they can vote on a decision for you. So those
It's a bit like the Twitch thing, isn't it? Like the Twitch playing.
But
thing
like those exist in
Futurama, the same thing.
That what was the not Until Dawn, but the recent one, The Quarry.
Oh, The Quarry. Yeah.
So you could do that in The Quarry as well. So
yeah, you could.
It's not original, but it's still cool.
Yeah, it is.
So here you'll see.
So let's talk about
reading.
story, because I think
So-
the story's excellent.
So-
gotta say,
You know me, I don't like these kind of games that much. And I came into this really sort of like, I'm not gonna like this, and I do like it.
Whoa!
Because I was like, this story's not too bad actually, but when you said I could have watched this on Netflix, it's not that good. Like some of the acting
it's
is
close.
Well, there's a
some of
lot
the
of shit
acting-
on Netflix though, Chinny. I mean,
true. Some of the acting
No.
isn't great, some of it's a bit ropey and a bit whatever. But I think the story's all right. Like the story's not too bad.
How far are you in?
I've done
about chapter 4. I think
I've done 3 chapters, which is the first book.
All right. Okay.
So
Yep,
so basically, when you hear a certain
I know you've got to be
song,
careful.
there's a song
Yes.
with a train.
Yeah.
You know where I am? You know where I am?
Yeah.
So I haven't like dabbled into. I've got into it. I've played it quite a bit, to be fair.
I must admit, I was like, when I wasn't playing it, I'm like, I want to know what more stuff.
Yeah, I want to
I
know
mean,
what I want to know what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, it does touch on quite serious themes as well, which I was quite impressed. And handles them really, really well.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, I think, I think it's a good one of these stories. Like, but if this was a Netflix show, it probably wouldn't be good enough.
I don't know. I think it's pretty good.
But you're right though. The Duke, when you said, have you seen some of the shit on Netflix? There probably is worse shit on Netflix, to be fair, than this.
I think you're selling it short by comparing it to really shit stuff on Netflix, because it isn't shit at all, and the story's really
I never
clever.
said it was shit. I was just saying the fact that Stu would watch it on Netflix isn't necessarily saying a lot, because there's a lot of stuff on Netflix is not great.
I have standards, Duke.
No,
I don't watch any old shit on
Well,
Netflix.
yeah, but as soon as I said Switch, you started going Bayonetta.
Yeah, but
so that's a little
Bayonetta's-
clue as to where your
regardless of-
standards are
regardless
localized.
Of your opinions, Duke.
Yeah, and your
Bayonetta's
opinions are wrong.
Is a highly rated game by a lot of people.
Shut up, you American.
Like
So it really doesn't
Bayonetta
matter.
should not even come into the equation when we're talking about as Dusk Falls. Okay,
No,
so
it
just
shouldn't.
shut up
It
about that.
shouldn't.
All right, what's the story even about?
Hard to say.
Give me the elevator pitch.
I'll give you the pitch.
Well, give the,
right.
give the
Give me the
overview.
elevator
The overview is you got
30
this
seconds.
you got this chap, right, and he's far too overweight to have such a good looking wife, but whatever. And then
That is true.
Hey!
That is true.
Some
What?
of us have good-looking
well,
wives.
that's true. Like Diane's a lovely woman. But and I
How
mean
do you know that?
Tara's settling, to be fair. So anyway,
That is
Well,
true. You're
every woman
punching.
settles for the most part.
so yeah, so you're this chap Vince. You play this chap Vince. You're traveling. It seems like you're moving with your wife and your
Okay.
daughter and your dad, who has a little bit of a sort of friction with your
Yeah,
dad
there's
and
some
your
angst.
wife. As they don't get on that much.
30-second pitch here.
Okay,
Just
and then you're
nutshell.
traveling, and then you also play another story of these 3 brothers. That you play the younger brother. He's the one with the heart. He's not as a scumbag as the other 2 brothers. They're up to no good. They're trying to rob stuff. The family meet at a motel, and shit goes down, and it's
okay.
it's bad.
Pretty
So that's like the
Okay.
very
The gist.
no spoilers really.
Worlds colliding.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So and those worlds collide, and it's all sort of goes down. So and
It's, by the way, I recognize it's rich for me to ask you to expedite that story when I took forever with my story, but
So the things that I think that the game does cool, which other games have done. So I suppose this game does things that other games have done. The only thing that unique that it's doing is this kind of art style. But at the end of the chapter, it gives you all the branches and stuff, which is again what the quarry
Yeah,
does.
well, that was very similar as well to Detroit Become Human,
Right.
because there is a lot of story
There's a
branches
lot.
in this.
Yeah.
I
so-
mean, I got an achievement that only 3% of other players had got.
yeah.
Because I did something really weird. I can't remember what it was now, but like nobody else had done it.
So it'd be
And I love
interesting.
that.
Maybe Stu, an after show would be me and you talking about our
definitely.
choices
Ah,
that we
yeah,
put
yeah,
on the
yeah.
Patreon.
Yeah, we could do that. We could definitely do that.
We could
I
definitely.
we
would
shouldn't
love
do
to
those
that.
only on Patreon. but, I mean,
Can we
once in
just
a while.
say as well, just out of interest, the game's set over 30 years in total, so there's a lot of stuff going on, I guess.
Yeah.
So there's way more stuff that we're going to find out as we go along.
Yeah.
I love it though. I'd absolutely recommend everybody should play this.
It's good. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I went in thinking I'm really gonna like, if I'm not into it, I'm just gonna drop the game. I'm only playing it to see, so Stu doesn't get like 10 minutes of him banging on about it.
Right. Because Stu loves all of these kinds of games.
That's
so the
right.
fact that he loves it
Always,
and SLH loves
always.
it
No, but
and
look,
Chinny
let
enjoys
me
it.
rephrase what Duke's just said. Stu is more biased to story-based games, and he
Yeah,
gives
yeah,
them a
totally.
break.
Yeah.
He gives them a
Yeah,
bit, a
very,
lot more
very much.
slack
Yeah,
than
I do.
someone me would.
He's
Because-
really into the genre.
Yeah, and I
totally.
think they're boring for the most part, and they're only as good. These games are only as good as the story. and that's
Totally.
what they hang all their weight on. And
a lot of
this
the
one's pretty good.
earliest ones, sorry, a lot of the earliest ones, I'm thinking here, Dear Esther, they were about atmosphere. They weren't really about story necessarily. So I feel like, and the ones that were, and I'm thinking here of the disappearance of Fred Buttmunch, whatever it was called, Ethan Carter.
Ethan Carter, yeah.
Right. That one took a very long time to get going. So, you know, even if we say it has a good story, it didn't. But let's say it did.
And also rocks.
It took a long time to go, and it was like, oh, let's move, please. So I have a feeling that from what you're showing me on the screen, it seems like this one, you know, that's what The Walking Dead did. It starts off with like some really cool
this does
stuff.
not take any time to get going, does it, Chinny? It's literally,
and that's important.
First 20 minutes, stuff's happening.
Yeah,
there's a place for long meandering stories, but I don't know that video games is the place for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I can't think of a video game that has a long meandering story that I really like. Myst, maybe.
Yeah, this is more like a tight thriller, you know, like gets going almost instantly.
Yeah, there's stuff going on. Like every chapter it moves on, and
yeah, definitely.
It's pretty good. And
it's tense. Sometimes quick, and I'm the only thing I'm not keen on is the cursor thing, and I've realised you can use the D-pad.
Yeah, I use the D-pad. Yeah. I was thinking about trying it on my phone just to see what it's like.
Yeah, because I didn't realise about the phone thing because I kept seeing the showing the swipe up on your phone. I'm like, why is it showing a phone or a tablet? I don't understand. And then when I had a look, I realised that you can play it in multiplayer.
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff, and play it on your phone as a controller.
Yeah, it'd be good to do that, and it'd be good to sort of play it on the stream as well, or like with Tara or something in the same room, and just see what she does. But I think Tara would really like this game actually.
I like it. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm impressed.
I don't usually like these types of games, but I also like As Dusk Falls as well.
Wow.
Well, all right.
There you go. So that's cool. Anyway, talking of new games, because I played yet another new game this week as well.
Was it Pair Wash Simulator?
Okay.
No, I can't believe two of my anticipated games both came out in the same week. Dude. So that was kind of cool. But yes, I have been playing Stray.
Stray, yeah.
Cat game.
Remember
what
did I say about this game, Stu?
You said I was going to wet myself.
You was like, oh, I don't know.
It's going to be
and then look at
you.
So where was it?
Stu, would you say this game is perfect?
Okay.
Is Stray a PS5 exclusive, or was it?
No, PS5 PC.
It's on Steam.
It's not on Xbox. Though.
Is it on PS4?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I assume it should be. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't be. But I do know it's a Sony exclusive.
Yeah, Google listed as being on PS4 as well.
Yeah, I can't imagine why it wouldn't be. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I've heard it's very good. Yeah,
it's pretty fucking good. I'll tell you. Do you know what the first thing the first thing you see is like how well. I mean, I don't like cats, right? I'm going to put it out there.
They're the scum of the earth.
For the audio listeners, the stream currently is showing Power Wash Simulator, but it says we're talking about As Dusk Falls.
Yeah, it's a mess.
So neither of those things are accurate. Go ahead, Stu.
Yeah.
Cat animations are amazing. It's like controlling a real cat. It's got all the mannerisms.
It's like controlling a real cat.
No,
put that on the box.
It's hard to explain.
No, I know.
But
they got subtleties and they've polished
it. Like a cat would move, and the way that you can do stuff just for the sake of like. There was a bit where I was exploring a library, and you could get up to this sort of gap in the books, and I was like, oh, what's all that about? So I get up to the gap, and you can just have a bit of a sleep there and curl up.
Well, that's what cats do. So
yeah, the camera just slowly pans out, and I'm like, was it going to show me something? Is there a reason to this? No. Just why not? Because that's what cats do. That's it. But it starts off a little bit like The Last of Us. So the world you see is
you
like
lose your daughter cat.
No, it's post-apocalyptic. Everything's overgrown. Very green, looks cool, and you're with your brethren. You know what I mean? You're sort of with your fellow cats and going exploring and stuff, and then shit goes down. Because you fall down a hole and you end up in this cyberpunk. You end up in this cyberpunk world with all these androids and stuff. Dude. It's cool. I mean, it's kind of cool that the androids want to get out. You're gonna help them by completing all these tasks they give you to do.
I imagine it has sort of like Inside vibes.
A little bit.
I
And
know
to
it's
be honest with
3D.
you-
I know it's 3D, but like it's that kind of like you're talking to no one, you're on your own. But
Right.
Yeah. There's no. Although for some reason you get this little robot friend who sort of guides you around and stuff, and he seems to talk cat language.
Why not?
He tells you to do stuff, and you obviously
Do
have
you
to
end
do
up
it.
doing like how do you do stuff other than walk around?
You can basically jump.
Right.
You sit in buckets that act as sort of
Okay. So your weight is activating
so weight
Can you
activates
push
some
stuff?
stuff.
buttons and stuff.
And also buckets is like
mo-
zip lines. You can obviously
you-
jump.
Do you push like boxes and stuff around?
You can do, so you can move
Okay.
stuff around. And what's kind of cool, again, another thing that you can just do for no other reason than cats do it. You can just go and scratch a rug or a wall or a door. You know,
Yeah,
you
sure.
just lean up against the door and just give it a good scratch.
You don't find any mice that you bat around until it's half dead?
No, nothing like that. Although
Okay.
cats do that. So no, but
You know what else to do?
Yeah,
Lick
their
them,
balls
lick
and
themselves.
yeah. There's that.
Can you do that?
You can lick your
you
butt?
can't. You can meow a lot.
No.
Okay.
Somebody's already created a mod where instead of meowing, it shouts Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Jason.
So you can see it's just like on the screen now. It's
Yeah, yeah.
scratching the tree because that's what
Scratching the
cats-
tree
cats
for no
just do
real
now.
reason.
Can you do that thing that
Um,
cats do? You know when they're not scratching, but they're sort of just pushing their paws into stuff.
Yeah.
Not done that, I
Because
guess.
they mostly do that to humans, and there's no
But
humans
it looks.
around, so-
Can I just say, it looks great as well.
Yeah,
It
very
looks
pretty,
Really,
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
really
it's
nice.
gorgeous.
It
Yeah.
looks really, really nice.
As
But
we knew
yeah,
it would.
as we knew it would. I'm loving it so far. I think it's a really cool game. And talking about the inside vibes, it's funny you should say that
Yeah.
because it's not only the sort of being on your own stuff. There are inside vibes in so much as you can get killed very quickly.
Oh, really? I haven't thought about
By
that.
what?
But, like, you die
Is it by the
yeah,
the
you
androids?
die a lot.
a lot.
So basically, there's
I don't want to
these-
see a cat die.
Oh, yeah,
as
I
much
know,
as
right?
I
Well, I
hate
don't want
them.
to see a little boy die, but I played inside.
Yeah, but they're fine.
Yeah.
They're little shits.
Not
Actually,
as
cats are little
graphic.
shits.
Some cats are shits.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
most cats are shits. To be fair.
Well,
Can I just say it's not as graphic as inside though? You know,
No,
there's
I
not
hope not.
various ways for the cat, you know, to die. What tends to happen is there's these like creature things that look a bit like rats with lights on,
Okay.
Okay.
and basically they just attack you in numbers, and once they overwhelm you, you just die.
Oh.
Okay.
And you've got to work out the best way to get. You can attract them by meowing, and then leg it to another part of the screen or whatever.
By the way,
but-
SLH has clarified it's not no reason that cats scratch stuff. They're sharpening their claws by getting.
no,
rid of the
I get that.
other
No,
layers.
I mean within.
No,
the
but you said
game-
no reason. I think I said it.
No, within the game, there's no reason to do it. It's not.
Right.
It's nothing other than cats do it.
Gotcha.
Do you know what I mean? There's not an
Yes.
actual reason within the
Right.
gameplay for
There's
it.
no benefit for the game.
No. It's just literally it's a cat mannerism. You know, it's kind of cat sharpen
Yes.
the claws, so that's why you do it.
Catterism.
Gotcha.
It's a catterism. I see what you did there.
That's
Uh,
suspicious.
Yeah, I didn't mean cats don't do it. You know what I mean, anyway.
We know what you mean. Move
You
on.
know what I mean. But
I don't know what you
generally,
mean.
generally, this game is great. And can I just say, it's a bit of a bargain in
It's a
this
bit of
day
a Billy
and age.
bargain. This game.
It's a bit of a bloody Billy bargain.
$25, $30?
24 quid on Steam. It's a AAA type game for not a AAA price. And I kind of like that, you know, because there's so many games. At the
Are you
moment that I
taking
like.
stray money, Stu?
I am.
Yeah, I know.
I am.
Are you fucking?
But
I'll
how
wish
many
list
ga-
it. I
yeah,
ain't getting
no,
it
but
right
come
away,
on,
but
let's
I'll
be
wish
honest,
list
right?
it.
Every new game these days $60, $100. Fucking.
Well, we knew
let's
this
just-
wasn't going to be $60.
Yeah, but do you know what? They could have charged more for it because they deserve it. It's good enough.
People
It's
love
better than
cats.
half of better than
Oh,
half
yeah,
of shit
I
they're
mean,
charging fucking 80 quid for.
It's meeting a definite niche in the market.
Cats.
But yeah, this
Cat lovers.
can I just say, and I think at the moment the two of the games I played this week as Dusk Falls and this are kind of up there. You know what I'm saying?
You're forgetting Power Wash
Games of the
Simulator in
year,
that list.
baby.
Top 5
Yeah.
and Power Wash Simulator. They're all in there, man.
Games of the year,
Top
baby.
top five, baby.
If Power Wash Simulator makes anybody's top 5 game of the year, I don't know. I'm gonna have to question myself.
They're all up there, man. They're all possibles. They
I
are all
want Duke
possibles.
to play Power Wash Simulator now. Like,
I
just
do.
want-
Yeah. I
Just
want
to
to play
say.
it. Put it on my
Yeah.
wish list. But I ain't paying no $25 for it.
God damn.
But
I'm
yeah,
such
no,
a cheapskate. I didn't say this about the Switch when I put it on Twitter though. This has reminded me of how addicted I am to cheap ass games, man. Holy crap! Because there's games on here that were like $5, and I'm like $5, and I'm like, what is wrong with me?
I know. It's a disease.
It's so bizarre. And Skyrim, I was like, how much is Skyrim? Just out of curiosity. They want $60 for Skyrim in 2022. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
That's why this is an absolute bargain.
I didn't buy it. That's a good question. I don't blame you. If they wanted 10, I would have easily given them 10. There's no reason they need to be asking 60 for that shit.
Told you though, this absolute bargain.
Yes,
24
this is a bargain. I'm glad you're liking
bargain.
it. Okay.
So yeah, play it now.
Anything else about the cat game?
No, it's cool. Just play it. It's good.
We don't want to stray
Stu,
off
you can't
topic.
end every game with "It's cool." Just
everyone
play
should play it. It's great.
It's great. Just play it. If you've got a
That's what I mean.
console or if you've got,
play it.
that's what you say.
Night Falls, play it. Just play it. Everyone should play it.
Play it.
Great. It's great. Play it. Everyone should play it.
Just play it. It's amazing.
If you've got two hands,
Butt
play it.
Lickers,
If you've got one
Deluxe,
hand,
play it. Everyone should play it.
Yeah, if you got Steam,
Minesweeper, everyone should play it.
Play it.
All right, we're ready to move on. Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, because I played another game called Dinkum. Oh yeah. For those who don't know from last week's stream, this is a Stardew Valley / My Time in Portia clone set in Australia, and I'm loving it. The more I play it, the more I love it. It's that kind of game.
And this is you streaming it on the.
This is an actual footage. I streamed it earlier today because I was like, you know what? I want to show off the town I've been making.
Wow.
It's slow to start. Like, it's kind of rough at the beginning because you're in a tent and you have a sleeping bag. I still have a sleeping bag, but you can see my house. You can see my awesome gear with my top hat and my pirate coat and my friend Clover, this is one of the coolest things ever. I didn't realize this was going to happen. I made friends with this lady Clover, and she's been watering my crops. Which is so nice because we've become friends. Like, one of the most tedious things in these games is to go around like water. You have to do it every day. But she's doing it for me. And I'm like, oh, snap. There's a good reason to make friends with people because they'll take care of your crops. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got a nice little village here. I set up a little bench watching the beach. We've got clothing store, garden shop, greenhouse, general goods store. And I just recruited the researcher guy, which is awesome because he can make me quarries and repair desks and all sorts of stuff. So the game's getting easier and I keep opening up new things. So when I was doing the stream today, well, when I was playing it yesterday, I discovered, okay, back up. When I first set up shop on the island, and if I'm going to play it, when I play it again, I got to set up like in the middle of the island. It's ridiculous. I'm all the way on the eastern part of the island. It's silly. But there was this tower, this broken down radio tower. And I was just like, I don't know what that is. At some point, I'm sure I'll unlock whatever that is. Probably just a way to communicate across the island. I guess if you're doing multiplayer or something, I don't know. Eventually, I realized, you can figure out what components to put into it, and those you get from your metal detector, beach combing, or whatever. It's teleportation towers. There's one on the far east side of the island where you start, and that's where I set up my town. Oh, okay. I wonder if there's one on the south central part of the map. Yep. Boom. One on the western and one on the north. So awesome. So yeah, it's so cool. So I've almost got the one on the south edge fixed. And I started doing that on the stream, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't going to be interesting because I have a couple of components I got to find, and it's going to take a while to find those components. So I didn't want to bore everybody with me just walking around the beach. Beep, 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 beep. So, yeah, the deep mine is causing a flame war. It's actually interesting to watch. Okay, so in order to build the mine elevator, I think I talked about this last time.
Yeah, you talked about
you have to you have to save up a bunch of dinks, which are the money. You have to gather a whole bunch of components, and then you finally build it. And then it turns out, you have to pay every time you go down into the mine.
Bastards.
And at least when you first start going down into the mine, you do not make that money up by going into the mine. Like, you come back with maybe half of what you spent to go down worth of stuff when you come back up. So people are furious. Some people are like, this is the stupidest mechanic. You got to change it. And everybody talks as though the developer is reading every word on this discussion thread, which is hilarious. And the people who don't mind paying every time you go down into the mine are like, you just suck at the game. You're not even playing. I'm like, dude, this is like Stardew Valley. Everybody should be chill. Why are y'all getting so mad? Calm down. It's really ridiculous. Yeah.
What's your opinion?
A couple of notes.
What's your opinion?
My opinion is that my opinion about the mine is that it's stressful because there's monsters down there that are pretty tough. There's bats that are more annoying than they are deadly. On the stream at one point, I went down into the mine and I got took out by this glowing crocodile in like 2 hits. And it was like, what? That's so bogus. So I don't really like going down into the mine. I don't think it's for me, but you don't really have to do it, which is nice. In Stardew Valley, you basically have to go down into the mines, but the combat in Stardew Valley is pretty straightforward and it's not too hard. This is the combat's a little wonky in this game, but on the plus side, you don't have to do a lot of combat. So it's there if you want it, but I really don't go down in the mine very much. The good news is that you can build a quarry, which is a passive way to get the kinds of stuff you would get in the mine. So the mine is designed for people who want higher risk and higher reward. If you're willing to like actually go out into the mine and like dive in and battle the tough monsters, you'll get better stuff. But for people like me who aren't interested in that, you can just get a quarry and then every day it just pulls up something new for you to just pick up when you wake up in the morning.
So it's there for people that want that challenge.
Yeah, so what you're saying is like the mines are like the dark zone from the Division.
Kind of, yeah, a little bit. That's a good analogy.
You know what I mean? It's like if you want a higher risk but a higher reward.
Yeah. And here's another thing that happened on the stream today. I was just wandering around. I was going to that tower to try to finish fixing it. And I encountered, there's this guy walking around. And I was like, what's this? And he's like way away from the village. And I'm like, I go up to him. And at first I thought maybe he was going to be hostile, but he wasn't. And I said, hey. And he's like, Peppy Tom or something. And I go, hello. And he goes, hey, I've seen you for a while. I've been coming to this island for years. I saw you from a distance. You set up a little village, right? And then he goes, move in? No, that's not my style. But I'll see you from time to time. And I have some things I can make you. So he has weapons and like traps and stuff that you have access to from other people. And I'm like, dude, that's so cool. I had no idea he was even in the game. So it's just another example of the stuff that it's like an onion. You just keep peeling off the layers. There's more and more stuff inside. And I'm loving it.
Isn't that what kind of like people loved about Stardew as well? It's like there's just more and more stuff that you keep digging away at.
Absolutely. The difference, I think, one of the differences is that in Stardew, you had an actual objective. Like the goal was to completely refill the community center. And this doesn't have that, which means that you don't have that, when you're playing Stardew, it's like, I got to get all the winter crops, put into the community center. With this game, the farming is like, why farm? Like, what's the point? What's the benefit? And really, you could, you cook bananas. It's weird. You eat cooked bananas, but whatever. In order to get energy to go get materials to make better tools so you can farm better. And it's this weird loop of, but whatever. That's what a lot of these games are. And then, there's the bulletin board where people are asking like, hey, I need this, or, anybody want to find me that? And like I said, fixing these towers to help you move around more. And I can totally see myself like building areas in different parts of the map, just to have a little home here or a home there. It's so well done. And this is only like $15 or something. It's such a bargain. It's still early access, but it's just magnificent. I am loving Dinkum. Big, big, big thumbs up. Everybody should play it.
There you go. That's what
not everyone should play it. Not
everybody should play it. Just get it.
Just get it. Game.
If you like Stardew,
just get it.
If you like Stardew, if you played My Time in Portia, Animal Crossing, these kind of chill games, this is really excellent. The twist is one of the twists is that you're trying to build a village. You have to make friends with people and convince them to stay in the village, and then you can build a little shop.
That's what Animal Crossing does, by the way. That's not
fair enough. I mean, I don't get the sense that much of this game is original, but that's okay because it's all done very well.
That's okay. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't need to be.
Doesn't mean to be, no.
Dinkum! Woohoo!
Chinny, back over to you, I guess.
Shall we do Escape Academy?
Yeah, shall we talk about that?
Ooh,
There's another game we
Escape
played
Academy.
together. Until he
Damn,
went
y'all
tits
are like
up as well.
bosom buddies this week.
Went tits up
So
too, didn't he?
happy together.
Yeah, so this is Escape Room, basically the game, the video
Yes.
game,
Okay.
which you can play together.
Yes.
I don't know how many people can you have at the same time.
I think
don't
you
know.
have 4.
Is it 4?
4.
This was pretty good. I actually quite like this.
I thought this was great.
Yeah, I was well impressed.
The
We have a lot of
unfortunate
fun.
part, we were getting into it, and then
We were.
The party just disconnected, and we couldn't.
Yeah, it did.
We just couldn't get it back together again.
Couldn't.
Could we?
No,
Oh,
couldn't.
no.
Like
I
Humpty
could, we
Dumpty.
could. Yeah, we were still together in the multiplayer, but we couldn't hear each other or anything,
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
which was a bit of a nightmare.
Which is why Discord exists.
yeah, maybe we
Yeah,
should have
that's-
done
yeah,
that.
we should have thought of that. But
That would have probably been
hey,
easier.
You know what I mean?
But this is cool. It's like this is like when we went to London, and it's like come and do an escape room, and then it turns out that you're being like assessed for whether you're good enough to get into the escape room college.
It's like it's Harry Potter, but escape rooms, isn't
Yeah,
it? Really, like so
pretty
you-
much.
Yeah, you're like this woman's like, oh fucking hell, yeah, whatever, just go that way for the escape room, whatever, no big deal. And then it turns out she's like a fucking escape room
Headmaster of the
headmaster,
Escape
yeah,
Academy.
so she's
I
like,
love the
"Oh."
description on Steam. It says, "Welcome to the Escape Academy. Train to become the ultimate escapist. Solve puzzles, hack servers, meet the faculty, brew the perfect cup of tea."
Yeah.
There you go. That's pretty much it.
So I think, Stu, we should carry on playing this together.
Yes, we should, because we were just about to solve that. We had literally about what was it, about a minute left or something
Something like
on
that.
the final puzzle, and we'd literally nearly finished. We were on the last bit of the puzzle, weren't we? I just found the invisible ink, and then we got disconnected.
Something cool that it does as well is it's split screen no matter what. Kind of like It Takes
Yeah.
Two, where it's always split screen. So It Takes Two is split screen even if you play it online co-op as well. And
Yeah.
the reason being is so you get a good grasp of what the other person's up to. So for example,
Yeah, what they're looking at.
so like you know if Stu finds a key or if he finds
Right,
like
right,
some sort of like
Code.
anagram code
Yeah.
breaker thing,
right.
I can go, I know what that's for. That's for
Yeah.
this thing that I've seen
Yeah.
over here. So you always know what the other person's up to, which is useful in a.
The only time we
escape room.
became nearly unstuck is that one of the clues was a photograph that you'd picked up very early on
Yeah.
in the level, and we forgot all about it. And
Forgot
then
about-
you
But
suddenly
I
said,
was on the right track though because
Yeah,
the fox head was like, this looks familiar. I was like, it has to be something to do with this weird fox head. And then
Yeah.
you figured out, oh, wasn't there a picture? Didn't you have a picture? I was like, yeah, but that's got nothing to do with it. And he was like, I think it has, and it did. So
yeah, I did. It was good. I really, really, really like this. Again, and again, it's on Game Pass, so you don't even have to buy it if you've got
it's
Game Pass.
nuts.
It's nuts how many great games are on Game Pass at the moment.
It's crazy. So are we going to play this again, Stu? do you reckon?
Definitely,
We're gonna do
definitely,
this,
definitely.
This week.
Yes, it depends when you're available. When you play snooker. When you're playing
I
the
play.
snooker.
Well, I can play snooker. Usually Thursdays I play snooker. To answer
Play
that question.
snooker on Thursdays. I'm trying to think. Let me get back to you because I have got some. It's nerdy board game night on Tuesday.
Fair enough.
Tomorrow night. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night. What am I doing tomorrow night? I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Possibly Wednesday will be good.
Oh, okay.
Possibly Wednesday or possibly tomorrow night. I don't know whether you're available tomorrow night.
Maybe you can do this after the show. Can I ask this
No.
Yeah, we'll
question?
do
though?
this after the show.
Do you get like questions to ask the person who's running the escape room in the way that they have it on Brooklyn
get-
Nine-Nine?
How do we get out of here?
Can't tell you.
Really?
Yes.
That's enough. Sorry about that. Can we please have our questions back?
No. And that's 3. You're done.
You do have a hint system, yes, to answer.
Yeah,
your-
there is
Are
a
you
hint.
really the head of the Quickie Mart?
Yeah, there is a hint system which you can, and it
Cool.
literally just it says it's here. Like it doesn't like give you any cryptic
Okay.
key. It just
Not
goes,
much of a hint.
It
Look
just
at
goes.
that.
No, it's
This
just
is
like-
probably the thing that you should do.
Have you looked
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this?
Yeah.
Right, right.
We did get stuck for a little bit and then we figured it out. I like the one we were just about to finish, to be honest. That was quite cool, that.
Yeah, it was good.
We were
Would this
very-
be
we
any
were
fun by
so
yourself?
close.
Uh,
It would be, but it's definitely
I
better
think,
with other
I think
people.
it's a co-op game, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
gotta be-
definitely.
Right.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I wonder if the Duchess would be into this at all.
I think so.
Yes, definitely.
But she doesn't really like games where you walk around. Like it's the first person walking around.
Yeah, but
for some reason. If I just played it and had her watching,
you could just
like,
be the walking around, and she could just play it with you. You don't have to have two people playing it together.
What did you have a problem with in this game?
I can't remember.
The walking around.
I did.
The sensitivity on the thing.
Oh yes, it was set up more for like mouse and keyboard to begin with, and when we went into the controller settings and slowed the look down, it was way better, wasn't it?
It was better, yeah. So
Yeah,
straight away, I was like, "Fucking hell, this is controlling."
Well,
like
yeah, I mean,
shit.
controller.
You just barely moved the analog stick, and it was like flying around. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But mouse games nail that. You know what I mean? Mouse games that have controller, keyboard support, like usually get it right.
I would definitely say if you're playing this on an Xbox with a controller, the first thing you need to do is go into the settings and move the sensitivity on the look.
If it feels wonky to you, if it doesn't, fine.
It just felt wonky, didn't it? It was just a bit weird.
Feel a bit off. As soon as you start moving, you're like, oh,
yeah.
But
great,
apart from
really
that,
good.
I quite liked it. I don't like the cutscenes because it's that kind of anime style.
Yeah.
Which I think is shit. But what can you do? You know, whatever. It's fine.
I feel like we played
a game.
lot
It looks
of
like it's mostly just solving puzzles.
Yeah, most of it.
Well, that's what escape rooms are.
No, I think he's having a go at me. Really, like.
I'm having a go at Chinny. Like, why does it matter what the person?
It doesn't.
I don't know. It's just great to me, that sort of style of like sliding from the left and somebody talks, and then sliding from the right. And I just think it's lazy. I just think it's like such a shit sort of thing.
Great game though.
Say that about
Play some good games this week, by the way, haven't we?
Play some crackers.
Some fucking great games this week. Great games.
So that's Escape
Academy.
Escape Academy. Duke, anything else from you?
One more called Rogue Company. I played this before the PC died. Okay. It's free on Epic, so there's that. It's like free to play, I think.
What is it?
It's a third-person shooter.
Fuck.
It's kind of squad-based tactical stuff, like you're trying to take over points, but it's not domination like Call of Duty, where it's like frenetic, everything blowing up all the time. It's more slow-paced. Everybody has these skills that have to do with, like, you know, the character I was playing as has this skill where he'll set up like barbed wire. And so if somebody tries to get into that spot, they'll get hurt and they'll slow down way down, and then they'll
sort of
probably
looks
get shot.
like a cross between The Division and Gears of War sort of
style. It's sort of Valorant-ish in that you're running around, you know, buildings and stuff, and like, you know, watching people from a distance in order to watch the control point or whatever it is. It has a team deathmatch mode, which I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, because there's no free to play team deathmatch games that anybody's playing right now, which is a shame, because I like a good team deathmatch, and there really aren't any right now. But anyway, I couldn't get a game. Like, there was nobody playing team deathmatch, so I was like, okay, that sucks. There's a lot of production at the start of the game, start of a round even. It's like, here's the situation, and like briefing you on everything. It's like, let me just get into the round, shall we?
Let me get in.
Yeah. In fact, I have a sound clip for that. Yeah.
Can we cut the condescending crap and play the game?
But the first round I played, we like destroyed the enemy, and I wasn't really watching to see if it was maybe bots that we were playing against.
Possibly.
But if it wasn't, the people we were playing against were really, really bad, because we stomped them. And I don't think it had much to do with me, because it was my first time playing the game. But yeah, I learned the, you know, mechanics pretty quickly, and I think I did a pretty good job setting up, you know, figuring out where the smash points are, where people are going to be meeting up. And so I'd set up my little barbed wire traps there, and yeah, we just routed them. We just won in three straight rounds, and it was a lot of fun. So
this
you know,
is
that was
Valorant, Counter-Strike round-based.
Yeah,
gameplay,
it's kind of like that.
It looks like The Division a little bit.
It does. So it's a mix of those things. It's free to play. You know, I had a good time with it. I don't know how much I'll be playing it, but it was good fun, and I can see myself dipping into this once in a while. It's certainly worth the price. So
that's
yeah.
Rogue Company, ladies and gentlemen.
Rogue Company. That's all there is to say about it. Everybody should play it.
Everybody should play it. Just play it.
Everybody play it. Chinny.
Yes.
Anything. I think you've got one last game to talk
Look
about.
at me playing all these games.
I know, it's not like you at all.
Changed, man.
Yeah, man, you've changed.
I've played a
What's the matter
biggie.
with
I've
you?
started a biggie.
You started a biggie.
Okay.
Biggie.
Big
Biggie
one.
small, some might say. Horizon Zero Dawn has been on
my
my
goodness.
backlog for a long, long time.
Ah,
And I remember when Horizon Forbidden West came out this year, and I was like, I'm really going to make an effort to play games that have come out this year. And Horizon Forbidden West came out, and I was like, fucking hell, I still haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn. That's ridiculous. I need to get a move on with these bloody games because I never play anything. So I started to play Horizon Zero Dawn. It was, for people that don't know, I'm sure most people know what this game is, but for people that don't know, it was released in 2017. You play this woman called Aloy. You start off as her as a child. You're an outcast, and then it's not your dad. Rost, his name is. Strange name. He's not your dad, but he sort of looks after you. And he's like, oh, you know, if you do this trial thing, you'll get accepted back into the tribe, and you'll find out where you were born and everything. And she's like, oh, I'm down for that.
So it's like Trials HD. You ride a little motorcycle on a track?
No, not quite.
Yeah.
So you as you grow up from a little girl to, I don't know how old she is now, but she's probably like 23 or something like that. But like, as she's grown up to the 20s, she's trained all her life, and she does these trials. She does them. She wins. Because like, you can't take the alternative route. That route's broke. Nobody takes that no more. Well, fucking watch me. And then you do it. And you win. And that's all fine. And then, but then at the end of the trial, this is the beginning of the game, by the way, and it's like 7 years old, 5 years old, whatever. So get over it.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
At the end of the trial,
But just in case. Spoilers.
Everybody dies apart from you because you get attacked by a bunch of people that are not happy. And
Horrible.
They, and then your sort of dad-like figure dies, and then you go on this sort of. Then you figure out that the whole game is in the future, so it's humanity.
Robot dinosaurs.
Robot dinosaurs. Humanity has fallen.
Dinosaurs.
So there's technology around, but basically humans almost like got extinct and then they came back. So everybody sort of looks like they're from the past, but it's in the future. So modern technology is around. So like she's got this like
future
weird
primitives is what they call it.
Weird sort of thing on her ear, which sort of gives her insight to like things that can open doors powered by AI. And then there's a scene right now where she discovers that she's born in this mountain. And this woman's like, the gods gave birth to you. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And there's this door, and we know that it's just an AI going, negative, you are not allowed in. Da, 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 da. But like the people in the world think that this is a god. So that's quite interesting. And Aloy's not having any of it. She's like, this seems weird. Like I don't think this is a. She doesn't never says that. She never says, I don't think this is a god. I think you're all fucking stupid. But that's what she's thinking. So she's not quite convinced, and so she's trying to uncover what's going on, and where Rust is. Well, where not Rust, but like where I don't really know what you're driven to do. I suppose you see somebody that you think is your mom, and
I'm not. It's so long since I've played.
It's kind of vague what you start like, because after this you don't get let through this door. So then the quest, the tribeswoman was like, you've just got to kind of follow your gut, basically.
Your instinct.
Yeah. And she's like, what the fuck does that mean, you stupid
Get the fuck
bitch?
out of here and go and kill some robots.
So this is the actual dialogue from the game. Just follow your gut. What the fuck do you mean, you stupid cow? Look, just follow your gut. I don't know. Fuck off for a while and then come back. Great.
That's pretty much it.
So that's probably what's going to happen. The game is great. Very well made. The mechanics are fantastic. Robot dinosaurs are always fun. They sound great, these dinosaurs. They have these like weird mechanic, like, like Transformer-like, Matrix-like sounds to them, which are brilliant. The melee combat is really versatile, tactile. You feel it. You feel the swings. You feel the impacts. You got bow and arrow. All good. The crafting system's simple. The inventory system is very simple. The map is very well done. Lots and lots and lots of polish. In fact, very, very little negative to say about the game. It is pretty darn good. The only sort of weird thing that I noticed is that you get a lot of the animation in the faces is mostly good, but you get some weird twitching now and again. Like just now and again, it just looks like they sort of got like some sort of like Parkinson's disease, like like cerebral palsy or something. Like there's some weird sort of like twitching. And then during one of the cutscenes, I got like a lot of corpse twitching. So they just killed this corpse, which was in a cutscene, and then in the background, that corpse is just twitching all over the place. So there's just a little bit of jankiness, and it's like I'm splitting hairs. You know, I'm really, really like finding things to say bad about it because it's pretty much bang on. Now I'm not that far in. I'm about 4 or 5 hours in, maybe. So I've heard that this game has a problem with pace. I've heard that this is a very big game. It gets a bit repetitive, and I know a lot of people struggle to finish this game. So I'll have more to say when I play more of it. But so far, the first 4 hours or so, I think a top draw. It is slow as well. I don't know if you remember this, Stu, but it takes a while to get going. It takes about 2-3 hours before it's about 2-3 hours before the game goes, okay, now you can go off and do stuff. But it's very story heavy straight on. I mean, you know, you don't get like a free roam, like let's go and do stuff for about 3 hours. So it is a slow opening. But, you know, I'm a big fan of Red Dead, which is also a very slow opening as well. So I can't complain.
Oh my God.
So yeah, very good. I would say so far it's top quality. This is like absolute top tier video games. And I can see why a lot of people liked it in 2017. I remember us playing this at EGX, and we didn't like it at EGX, did we?
What's quite interesting for me is that I think it's such a departure for Guerrilla Games, who obviously made all the Killzone games.
Yeah, well, that was a sinking ship, really, wasn't it? Killzone.
Yeah, but they went in such a different direction. It's hard.
I think they had to though, because like the Killzone games always had the chops in terms of. They looked great and they played really well, and there was always a graphic power horse for the PlayStation 3. Everybody, maybe not everybody, but Killzone 3, was it Killzone 3 or Killzone 2, where the trailer for Killzone 2 was a big controversy because
they were like they had to try and make it look like it.
So they made a pre-rendered trailer, which we're quite used to this now, but back in 2005 and 6 this wasn't a big thing, but they made a trailer that looked nothing like the actual game. So then they delayed the game and made it look more like the trailer, which they got pretty close.
They did a pretty good job in
They got pretty close in the end,
but, they did.
So, you know, even when I'm watching this now on the screen, like their clothes are twitching a little bit, and their arms are twitching. It's like this like weird little strange bug with the animation or the characters or something, or the models of the characters. But anyway, yeah, Guerrilla Games, I think they did the right thing by dropping off Killzone, because they could have, you know, if they were owned by Activision or someone else, maybe they would have gone, let's crank out another Killzone, let's crank out another Killzone. Whereas this oozes a lot of creativity, stuff that you've never seen before. Robot dinosaurs are just 2 words that just automatically make you say, like, want to play the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a video game with robot dinosaurs. Where do I get it? You know, that's it. That must have been the pitch for the game. Robot dinosaurs. How do we make them?
Yeah.
What's the story?
Sony said,
Killzone
not doing so good. What else have you got?
What else have you got? Robot dinosaurs, done. Like, make that shit. You know, like, they probably started from there and went backwards. So, very good. Horizon Zero Dawn gives a thumbs up so far. Keywords are so far. Could go down, but it's all right. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Everybody should play it.
Everybody should play it. Just play it. Just play
That's the name of this episode, by the way. Everybody should play it.
Everybody should play it.
Everybody should play it.
Well, we played a lot of games this week that everybody should play.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Everybody should play them. So yeah. Right, I think that's it for what we've been playing. No time for news.
That's it. 17 hours.
Yeah, no time for news. Because our fucking shit ass biggest story in the world.
That was a good story.
But we have got one email.
Whoa, that ruled.
It's from our new regular emailer, Jason Gallagher. He's stopped for a while, but he's been busy lately. Busy.
He's the man.
And he says this. It's called Sunscream. Sunscream. Fires everywhere. We need water. I've been working outside all day every summer in 100 to 105 degrees temperatures for years. But this 110 degree is on a whole other level. It is a game changer for me. I stepped onto the street and my shoe stuck to the gooey melting tar in the road. The sun is coming for us and the roads want our footwear. Speaking of global warmings, I just ate 6 jalapeno tamales. Before that, I was playing the demo on Xbox for Endling Extinction is Forever, which is on lots of platforms. It's a mother fox and her babies in a survival game, which has to be from the developers of a similar one I played on Steam long ago, which he's talking about Shelter, but that was a different developer. But I'm assuming he's talking about Shelter. This one is gorgeous. It pulls no punches. The demos, there was a 10 out of 10.
What's the name of the game he's talking about?
Endling Extinction is Forever. I played it, but because we've talked so much, I was going to leave it till next week to talk about. So I have played the demo. So maybe you should play the demo. We can talk about it together next week.
Look at it. I mean, we're starting to sound like a professional podcast here, playing games at the same time. Like we can't do that.
I know.
Yeah. Well,
the demo was a 10 out of 10. But if that's not your thing, maybe spend $30 to pretend you're a cat. I've done that. Already done it. I always knew you were a furry. Jason. P.S. Penelope Pitstop. Yep, the king of furries is 100% half a century old. That's me, I'm guessing. Hey, Chinny, what did the fox say? No, he said to tell Duke to go save 4 baby foxes for free. The demo is free. It's FREE free. So there you go.
FREE free, no charge.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You could play this as well, Duke. It's a free demo.
I guess I could.
Let's do that. I mean, I've played it already, so at least I don't have any homework for next week. But you two can.
Sorry, the name again is
Endling Extinction is Forever.
Right. All right, I'll look into it.
So it's a free demo. It's a free demo. And that's it. But we did get one Speakpipe, which we haven't had for a while. So I did send you this. You may or may not have seen it. Speakpipe! It's the way to leave a message for us.
Lewis sent us a Speakpipe, and it's 1:18. Here it comes.
Hello, veterans. It's Lewis here. First time in a while. Thought I'd just drop a Speakpipe.
First time anybody sent a Speakpipe in a while. Thank you very much, Lewis. Anybody who wants to do it, all you got to do is go to veterangamers.co.uk. There's a link there. It's probably other easy ways to do it.
Yeah, we miss you, Derek.
Google Veteran Gamers and Speakpipe, and then you'll find it straight away.
Yeah, it'll be a direct link that way. All right, back to Lewis's Speakpipe.
Because I'm in the middle of a field. Oh, and it's raining.
Oh, no.
Brilliant. So, obviously, perfect time to send in a voice message. Oh, it really is raining now.
Nice.
Yeah, so saw you playing Power Wash Simulator earlier this week. You know, that's a game that came out.
Thanks, Luke.
Would I play it? Probably not. I mean, I'll download it, like, but, you know, unfortunate that my internet's so slow, so I couldn't make it on for the stream. It's strange coming from, you know, university where Wi-Fi is instantaneous to here where it feels like the internet's just been invented, sort of. But, you know, yeah, I thought I'd, you know, ask for a bit of advice. I'm struggling a bit for what to play at the moment. Not really sure. I know there's all of Game Pass and that, but, you know, I don't really keep up with the times on what to play all the time. So I'm looking for, like, a new shooter or something to play, give a go.
Rogue Company.
Just wondering if you had any suggestions. But yeah, keep up the good work. And, yeah, I'll, yep.
And that's the end of it. All right. That's a heck of a finish there. Thank you, Lewis.
That was good.
Shooters, I don't know what's come out here. Power Wash Simulator's like a shooter.
Yeah, it is basically.
Kind of. Rogue Company is a free-to-play shooter.
Don't play Rogue Company.
Yeah, don't play that.
Have a bit more respect.
You might like it. You never know.
Yeah, a bit more respect for yourself, Lou.
Yeah, exactly.
Destiny
you don't want to
2.
feel dirty like this power washing simulator.
Yeah.
That's what'll happen if you play that game.
Shooters-wise,
it's been a bit quiet, hasn't it, recently?
For shooters, yeah.
I don't know, really.
Shooters, I just don't.
Shooters, what shooters can he play? Halo.
I mean, like, the biggest sort of, like, big thing this year has been Elden Ring, really, hasn't it? Like, that's
everyone's gone fucking lost their shit over that game.
So if you wanted to keep up with the times, as you say, Lou, which is funny because you're younger than us, so I would play Elden Ring, maybe give that a go. But I don't know what your take is.
This is too rich. I did a search for best shooters 2022. And the list on this website, PCGamesN.com, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Black Mesa, Doom Eternal, Quake 2021. Are you kidding me?
Nothing came out in 2022. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
They're coming up.
Sorry,
though,
we got no recommendations for you. Seriously, I've really enjoyed Destiny 2. It's frustrating in many ways, but I also have had a lot of fun with Destiny 2. So you might want to consider giving it a shot.
Do you know what? I think Lewis should play?
Halo is a very big thing at the moment.
Because I said Halo, but also
Infinite.
Already said that. You obviously weren't listening.
No.
Obviously wasn't what?
Formula 1 2022 apparently is very good. Millie's boyfriend's playing that. He says it's excellent.
Freak.
You like your driving games?
Not at all what he asked for.
It's not on Game Pass though, by the way. I don't think. Well, I know he did, but he likes his driving games. There isn't any shooters, so I'm giving him an alternative driving games.
Rogue Company.
Yeah,
right.
Play that.
All right, thank you, Lewis. We appreciate that. If anybody else has suggestions, you can go to the Discord or send us suggestions, and we'll convey them to Lewis.
Yeah, we'll. There you go.
All right. Anything else?
No.
Nothing.
No, I think it's nothing. I think it's shout out time.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
So I'd like to shout out Duke for telling the longest story in the history of the podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say.
I think. Story.
Yeah. It's just an enormous story. So there you go. That's my shout out. That's it. Okay. That's all I've got. That's all I've got.
Okay. We love our community so much.
Yeah, I'm shouting out Duke for his enormous story.
Well,
I'm going to shout out.
Go
ahead, Chinny.
I'll shout out Lewis for his fun Speakpipe. Shout out iPete for jumping in. We have quite a lot of people coming into the stream. So Pillow of Soft, he says, I just finished the skate park and power simulator, and now he's one dirty skate park. SLH, of course. Ian, just says Ian. Rainy Lamb. Pilch made an appearance. He told me to shut up when I was playing my piano. Thank you, Pilch.
Piano.
And he said if Duke ever complains about Stu's stories again.
Exactly. Not allowed.
We've also got some Real Kahuna made an appearance. Soul Brother came in. So yeah, thanks for the people watching
Thanks
live.
for joining us live, and everybody who's listening on the podcast version. Thank you for being part of the community as well. Why not send a Speakpipe or an email or a tweet?
Send us an email
or a Discord chat.
By the way, I've got a new feature for the show. I forgot.
Ooh, new feature.
Yeah, I've got a new feature for you all.
What's that?
Stu's interesting fact of the week. You like this? You like this?
Right.
So you ready for the first of Stu's interesting facts of the week?
No,
here comes the drum roll. The interesting fact is...
Well, actually, it's
already ruined it.
I know, yeah. It's actually, it's a do you know?
Well, say the fact after the drum roll and the crash of the cymbal.
All right,
you just say the fact.
Do
all right, you want to try again? Okay. Here comes the drum roll.
Do you know why pirates wear eye patches?
I don't know why pirates wear eye patches.
This is a true fact, by the way. True fact. Chinny, any ideas? Okay. Why do pirates wear eye patches?
Is it to make their one eye better so they can see far away?
No, you're close. You're on the right line, kind of.
Like used for that telescope.
It's something to do. It's something like that, but not that.
Right. Thanks.
So, do you want to know?
Yes.
So basically, when
you can't do a feature and go, do you want to know?
Well, I know, yeah. Well, so basically, when
you don't know what I played this week? Do you want to know?
You want to know? So basically, when
we want to know. Tell us.
So Millie told me this, by the way. So basically, when a pirate is on deck, obviously in broad daylight, one eye is covered. When he goes below deck, uncovers a covered eye, and he can see in the dark.
Ooh,
so it's so he has obviously his visual purple or whatever it's called that you get when you're obviously in the dark, so he can see better below deck. So he flips it up, and you can see. So there you go. That's why.
Because I've been working in the.
I thought that was a lead into a joke. I got to be honest.
No, it's a good fact, isn't it? Though I like it.
I've been working in a theatre all week this week, and when you walk, we're all backstage doing all the streaming things, and then when you walk in from outside to inside, you can't see anything. Like you just can't, and it takes us ages. So maybe I should wear an eye patch.
You need an eye patch. That is what you need.
Yeah.
Help you see. So there you go. It's a great fact, actually. I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. I like that.
That's cute.
So I'll get you
my
another one. I'll have
shout-outs.
another one for next week.
Right. My shout-outs include Amar, some medical stuff. Good luck with all that, dude. Keep your head up. The Dinkum stream viewers. I don't remember who exactly came out. I think Rainy Lamb was there, but some other people watched me play some Dinkum, toured my little village. And I should point out that game pairs very well with the swimming pool summer vibes mix from a Mr. DJ No Clue.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So shout out to him for that music that served as a good little accompaniment to Dinkum. Shout out also to the people who are participating in the latest Duke polls. Today's Duke poll just finished, and it was about heroes. So who would you vote for, guys? Wolverine, Iron Man, the Hulk, or Batman?
Hulk.
Batman.
Okay. See, I would vote Batman, but Batman only got 23% of the vote. Wolverine won with 38%.
Really?
How about that?
Wolverine
I
is
know.
cool.
Hulk every day
Yeah,
of the
he's
week.
cool, but I mean, better than Batman? Give me a break.
Don't know.
Yesterday's poll, or the last poll, was where's Poochie? Always recycling, partying hard, making them laugh and cry, or rocking the telly.
I don't know what that means.
It's a Simpsons.
Well, it's all
reference.
from The Simpsons.
You see, I would
when
have no
Poochie's
idea.
not on the screen, everyone else should be asking, "Where's Poochie?" And the best answer is back at his home planet, which needs him.
Yeah.
But everyone would only vote for that. So, partying hard won that one with half the vote. And before that, I just had a random bunch of crap: spaghetti, walrus butts, free video games, or quarks.
Free video games.
Free video games.
See,
Surely.
I thought Walrus Butts would get more love, but
Really?
Quarks got 0 votes. Walrus Butts got 7% of the votes, and Free Video Games won easily with 57%.
Well, of course he did. Who doesn't want a free video game?
Yeah, but it depends on the game. And meanwhile,
who
Walrus
cares?
Butts
Free's
are
free.
cool.
Free's
Do you
free.
know why Walrus Butts are shaped the way they are?
No, you see, another fact. Go for it.
No, I have no
I don't
idea. I
think
was
this is
asking.
real.
Oh, I thought he was actually going to give
No,
us
it's
another
totally
cool fact.
bogus. I'm just making a
crap.
silly joke. Yeah. All right, is that it? We done?
Can I make a song recommendation to you?
Oh, song
Sure.
recommendation.
So,
Why not?
so you have this, and I know you don't play Red Dead anymore, but you have this
I had the playlist. yeah.
playlist for Red
And
Dead.
I do still play actually a little bit Red Dead sometimes.
Can I add a song to it?
You can recommend a song. I will listen to it and maybe add it.
It's called.
It's not Marilyn Manson, is it?
No, it's
Yeah,
called,
it is, totally.
the
Fuck
name of the
that
song is
guy.
called "John Came Home,"
John Came Home.
and it's
I'll
by a
write this
guy
down.
called Benjamin Dakota Rogers.
John Came Home. Ben Dakota Rogers.
Yeah.
Okay, I will look it
So
up.
have a look at that. Go. Is this worthy of my Red Dead list? And you will say yes. Yes.
Yes,
it is.
yes, it
Well,
is.
you know, there's quite a few people who have subscribed to that playlist. So,
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot, but some. So
I'm
I
on it.
I take
I'm
it
on
very
it.
seriously. Well, thank you.
It's good.
All right, that's it. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net.
Go check out VGHub.net.
Won't you, won't you, won't you, why don't you just switch off the television set and go and do something less boring instead? Sitting at home, watch TV, hurry up, slow food, something.
Every time we talk about a game like As Dusk Falls, I think of the Futurama episode.
I have no choice but to. If you want Calculon to race to the laser gun battle in his hover Ferrari, press 1. If you want Calculon to double check his paperwork, press 2. Enter now.
Tedious paperwork.
You have pressed 2.
No, I didn't.
I'm almost positive you did.
And if I carry the 1.
Okay. Say goodbye to the stream, everybody.
Goodbye to the stream, everybody.